Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dogs wearing sweaters, have we got news for you. Single game tickets for your Madison Capitals are on sale now. Pick a night, pick your crew, and boom, you're in. One ticket gets you goals, hits, laps, and maybe even a ride on the Zamboni. Single game tickets, the most fun you can legally have on ice. Snag yours today at tickets.madcapshockey.com.
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 93% rate. Adam Fox.
Fox breaks to the net and scores!
Jake Ottinger.
Save of his life for Jake Ottinger.
Kyle Connor.
Shoots and he scores!
Stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you're a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow at College Hockey.
Ready to score your next big career move? Join the winning team at Fristum Pumps right here in Middleton. We build the pumps behind the world's top brands in food, beverage, and pharmaceutical, and we're growing fast. With excellent benefits including up to $15,000 extra in profit sharing a year and a people-first culture, it's more than just a job. It's a power play for your future. Bring your drive, bring your dedication, help build what powers the world. Middleton made, globally trusted. Apply today at fristum.com/careers and take your shot. Some take shortcuts, but at Longhorn Steakhouse, we do steak the right way. Fresh, never frozen, expertly seasoned, and grilled to perfection. Because you deserve nothing less. Steak done right every time. Longhorn Steakhouse, waiting for you today over by Westtown Mall in Madison.
Fans, Play It Again Sports is your go-to store for all your sports gear needs. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade in your gently used equipment, they've got you covered. You'll find top brands at unbeatable prices. Keep your gear fresh, your game strong, and your wallet happy. Stop by Play It Again Sports after the game and get everything you need to play your best.
Hey Cats fans, this season reading pays off. It's our Stick to Reading program. Kids who read just 3 books earn a free ticket to any Sunday home game of their choice. That's right, read 3, get in free. Families can join the fun with discounted tickets too. Visit madcapshockey.com to secure your tickets today. Stick to reading, because great readers make great fans.
For 35 years, Ameriprint Apparel in Sun Prairie has been the one-stop shop for all your custom printing needs. Getting started is easy. Visit AmeriprinTapparel.com to browse through all our offerings and let us know how you need it customized. You can also give us a call or stop in. And if you need an individually customized online store, we offer them at no charge to you. Then our team will get to work and make your custom products a reality. Ameriprint Apparel, your logos, done right, done local.
Good evening, hockey fans, and welcome into I'm on Ice Arena here in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, for tonight's USHL preseason contest between your Madison Capitals and the Cedar Rapids Rough Riders, the second of a back-to-back home and home. Last night, of course, the Capitals at home against the Rough Riders. The Rough Riders get to host the back end of the back-to-back between the two squads. Coming up in the Ameriprint Apparel pregame show, you'll hear from Associate Head Coach and Assistant General Manager Tom Gilbert on last night's 9-3 victory, as well as what he looks forward to tonight and playing here at the stable in Cedar Rapids. Going throughout the pregame, you'll also hear the Bergstrom Auto starting lineups, as well as just the lineups in general, and it all starts right now here on the Ameriprint Apparel show with the recap of last night's game. Last night, the Capitals hosting the Rough Riders, and it was Jackson Ernst getting on the board early for Madison. Slunski gets to Ryder. Ryder out front for Ernst, and he scores! 30 seconds in, Jackson Ernst gives Madison the 1-0 lead. Can't ask for much better of a start to your head coach and general manager Andy Brandt from the first shift of the 25-26 preseason. It was a line of Ernst, Ryder, and Lunsky scoring the first goal. They found their way onto the scoreboard. The second goal coming 8 minutes later at the 8:44 mark of the period. Shirey with a shot. Rebound sits there. Max Ryder scores on the rebound. Max Ryder, his first of the night from Lunsky and Shirey. I should mention Ryder and Lunsky picked up assists on the first goal from Jackson Ernst, and that gave Madison a 2-0 lead at the 8:44 mark of period number 1. Later on in the period, Mason Miner found the scoreboard for Cedar Rapids, his first of the preseason from Dennis Amasibi at the 15:23 mark of the period, but the Capitals had a response just 13 seconds later from Richards Griva. You can tell the difference between the two is now Richards scores! Richards Griva set up by his brother Gustavs. Gustavs and Richards will be on the line tonight as well, and you heard at the beginning, you can tell the difference between the two by the handed shot there on Richards, who scored that third goal of the night for Madison last night, a right-handed shot. Gustavs, who actually got the fourth goal of the night for Madison, a left-handed shot. His goal came at the 18:36 mark of the period. Fenton turns it over, Gustavs Griva, shot, scored! Gustavs Griva makes it 4-1 Caps. Gustavs Griva scoring at the 18:36 mark of the first period sent Madison into the first intermission with a 4-1 lead. Early on in the second, Ronan Buckberger had one power play goal all last season. Took him just one game in the preseason to find one at the 1.5 minute mark of period number 2. Tang down low, Capel looking for Buckberger, finds him, scores! Ronan Buckberger, a minute 13 into the second period. Sam Capel and Michael Tang with the assists on the power play tally. The Capitals would find themselves on the scoreboard once more later on in that period. 7:10 into the second. Nolan Gertis with his first of the preseason. Sure, the Rough Rider website is a goal. I don't know who scored it. They're going to Nolan Gertis, but the Capitals extend the lead. Nolan Gertis, it kind of trickled in. It caught me by surprise in the broadcast booth. Either way, the Caps led 6-1 at that point. Henry Lechner was able to get Cedar Rapids back within 4 with his first of the preseason at the 8:32 mark of period number 2. Max Ryder picked up his second goal of the game shorthanded at the 10:51 mark of period number 2. Chugging after it into the offensive zone. Ryder powering his way towards the goal. Backhand, scored! Shorthanded goal! Max Ryder extends the lead to 7-2. Max Ryder's second goal of the night beat tonight's starting goaltender for Cedar Rapids, Ryan Cameron. Was actually their first shot on goal with Cameron in net after they switched at the media timeout between Devin Russley, who gave up the first 6 goals from the Caps last night. Max Ryder had some success against Cameron later on in the game, scoring his 3rd and 4th goals of the game against Ryan Cameron. Carter Ernst add one for Cedar Rapids as the Capitals took home a 9-3 victory last night in preseason game number 1. But of course, it's all leading up to puck drop here between the Caps and Rough Riders. We'll get to tonight's game when we return. You're listening to the American Apparel pregame show right here on the Capitals Broadcast Network.
Some take shortcuts, but at Longhorn Steakhouse, we do steak the right way. Fresh, never frozen, expertly seasoned, and grilled to perfection. Because you deserve nothing less. Steak done right every time. Longhorn Steakhouse, waiting for you today over by Westtown Mall in Madison. Don't wait until mosquitoes and ticks show up. Beat them to it with Mosquito Joe of Madison. Locally owned and operated, we deliver trusted pest control that protects your family and pets. Get a jump start this winter so your yard is ready when summer arrives. Mosquito Joe of Madison, outside is fun again.
Fans, Play It Again Sports is your go-to store for all your sports gear needs. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade in your gently used equipment, they've got you covered. You'll find top brands at unbeatable prices. Keep your gear fresh, your game strong, and your wallet happy. Stop by Play It Again Sports after the game and get everything you need to play your best.
Hey Cats fans, this season reading pays off. It's our Stick to Reading program. Kids who read just 3 books earn a free ticket to any Sunday home game of their choice. That's right, read 3, get in free. Families can join the fun with discounted tickets too. Visit madcapshockey.com to secure your tickets today. Stick to reading, because great readers make great fans.
When I'm hungry for the great steak of Texas, I always go to the Texas Roadhouse.
Folks like Willie love Texas Roadhouse for our famous hand-cut steaks, each one grilled to perfection to lock in the flavor and juices for that unmistakable Texas Roadhouse taste.
If you're ready for a good night of fun and partying, go to the Texas Roadhouse. They know how to do it right.
With a mouth-watering taste you'll want again and again. Only remember,
if it doesn't say Texas, it's not Texas Roadhouse.
Back here in Cedar Rapids, part of the Ameriprint Apparel pregame show. Let's take a look at tonight's lineups here, as we'll start with the home Rough Riders, led by legendary head coach, 27th season here in Cedar Rapids, Mark Carlson. Up front, a whole bunch of new guys in the lineup. 12 guys will be new in this lineup for the Rough Riders tonight from last night. So it's a whole different squad. The 9-3 victory, throw it away if you're the Capitals. Doesn't count when it comes to the regular season anyway. It was a great start to the season vibes-wise, but that's all it is heading into tonight's contest. Jason Musa, brother of former Capital Jack Musa, centers Cooper Simon and David Bosco up front on line one. Justin Graff centers Amos Seeby and Blanchard on the second line. Grant Young centers Nick Romeo and Braden Scuderi on the third line. Cole Heil centers Ruben Westerling and Trevor Donahue on the fourth line, and Henry Lechner is the extra forward tonight for Cedar Rapids. On the back side, it's Thomas Cornelia and Tomas Mikel on pair one, Mason Miner and Hawk Huff on pair two, Siomos and Mentz on pair three. They both played last night, as did the fourth pair of Carson Young and Ethan Piercy. Ryan Cameron gets the start tonight. If it's anything like last night, the backup will see play halfway through. There was a scripted at the media timeout for Cedar Rapids last night. Joseph Skidmore is the backup for the Rough Riders tonight. For the Capitals, a whole bunch of new guys. 9 new players entered the lineup who didn't play last night. Jackson Nevers didn't play. Neither did Drew Waterfield and Will Dozian, who will be at his wings tonight on line one. Bryce Vitala and Cooper Snee will be joined by Ville Varala in his preseason debut. Jackson Ernst centers Tyden Bergeson and Caleb Pitsley on the third line. Gustav Grieva centers Max Ryder and Richard Grieva on the fourth line. And Vince Kalshur, the Middleton native, is the extra forward tonight for the Capitals. On the back end, it's John Stout and Jet Coasia on pair one. Harper Fry and Dexter Brooks on pair two. Chris Baird, Gaidos, and Nolan Gertis on the third pair, with Ronan Buckberger, the extra defenseman tonight for the Capitals. Cash Cruitt gets the start in goal tonight for Madison. Was the backup goaltender last night. The plan was for Caleb to get the whole game last night, with him being out next weekend for NHL rookie camp with the Tampa Bay Lightning. Tonight, Cash Cruitt will split duties with Brady Cry, who will come in halfway through. Cry is the backup from Albertville, Minnesota. He will come in halfway through tonight's game. Tonight's officials is assigned by the United States Hockey League. Grant Hendrich is the referee, with lines being judged by A.J. Kofstad and Tyler Madansky. Let's take a look at tonight's Bergstrom Automotive starting lineup. First, starting with the home squad, the Cedar Rapids Rough Riders. Jason Musa centers Cooper Simon and David Bosco. The top line for the Rough Riders get the start tonight. On the back end, it's Cornelia and Mikel getting the start for the Rough Riders defensively, and Ryan Cameron between the pipes. Last night, Cameron went 17 of 30 in 30 minutes and change of action against the Capitals. On the other side for the Caps, it's Nevers centering Waterfield and Dozian getting the start up front. On the back end, it's Fry and Brooks, with Cash Cruitt getting the start for the Capitals under head coach and general manager Andy Brandt. We'll send it to break. When we come back, we're joined by the associate head coach of the Caps, Tom Gilbert. You're listening to the Ameriprint Apparel pregame show here on the Capitals Broadcast Network.
Some take shortcuts, but at Longhorn Steakhouse, we do steak the right way. Fresh, never frozen, expertly seasoned, and grilled to perfection. Because you deserve nothing less. Steak done right every time. Longhorn Steakhouse, waiting for you today over by Westtown Mall in Madison. Don't wait until mosquitoes and ticks show up. Beat them to it with Mosquito Joe of Madison. Locally owned and operated, we deliver trusted pest control that protects your family and pets. Get a jump start this winter so your yard is ready when summer arrives. Mosquito Joe of Madison, outside is fun again.
Fans, Play It Again Sports is your go-to store for all your sports gear needs. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade in your gently used equipment, they've got you covered. You'll find top brands at unbeatable prices. Keep your gear fresh, your game strong, and your wallet happy. Stop by Play It Again Sports after the game and get everything you need to play your best.
Hey Cats fans, this season reading pays off. It's our Stick to Reading program. Kids who read just 3 books earn a free ticket to any Sunday home game of their choice. That's right, read 3, get in free. Families can join the fun with discounted tickets too. Visit madcapshockey.com to secure your tickets today. Stick to reading, because great readers make great fans.
When I'm hungry for the great steak of Texas, I always go to the Texas Roadhouse.
Folks like Willie love Texas Roadhouse for our famous hand-cut steaks, each one grilled to perfection to lock in the flavor and juices for that unmistakable Texas Roadhouse taste.
If you're ready for a good night of fun and partying, go to the Texas Roadhouse. They know how to do it right.
With a mouth-watering taste you'll want again and again. Only remember,
If it doesn't say Texas, it's not Texas Roadhouse.
We're joined by the associate head coach and assistant general manager of the Madison Capitals, Tom Gilbert, ahead of game 2 of the preseason. Last night, the Caps take home a 9-3 victory. What did you see last night, Coach?
Pretty standard. You saw good things, you saw bad things, you saw in between things. What we liked was the fact that obviously you put up 9 goals, you're doing something right. Guys moved the puck really well. But it's the first exhibition game. You know, there's not a whole lot taken from that besides guys that can absorb things pretty quick, and that did a pretty good job with that.
A couple standouts last night. Max Ryder with 5 points, 4 goals, and an assist. Other players, Alex Lunsky with a pair of assists in the game as well. Heading into tonight's game, obviously a little bit of a mix-up in the lineup, and obviously no Caleb Heil in goal. Transition into tonight's game, what's the thought with the lineup in the preseason?
Same thing. To see how guys, some guys played last night. Want to see a back-to-back. There's a lot of new guys in tonight too. We just want to see how they react to playing on the road, playing in a tough building. And again, just going out there, we just want to see these guys play. You can't nail down a system in 1 week. So want to see what guys have, want to see what they absorb. And again, I thought our transition game for the most part was really good our first game, and hopefully continue that our second game.
First time on the road this season, not taking the bus today to the game. Tom Gilbert, how was my driving on the way here?
It seems slow. I almost would have preferred being on the bus. Bus driver never talks to me. It seems like my driver was talking the whole time. No, it was great. It was a very peaceful ride.
Only one missed turn. Can't complain too much. Going into tonight's contest, what are your thoughts, and what do you want to be the takeaway from the weekend? 60 minutes a game from now.
Obviously, keep pushing forward. It's a different building. Like, they come a lot different here. So it's going to be nice to see our pushback. Nice to see some new bodies. And then again, just regroup on Sunday and come back and do it all again Monday.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot, Coach. Puck drops next.
Don't wait until mosquitoes and ticks show up. Beat them to it with Mosquito Joe of Madison. Locally owned and operated, we deliver trusted pest control that protects your family and pets. Get a jump start this winter so your yard is ready when summer arrives. Mosquito Joe of Madison, outside is fun again.
Capitals hockey here on the Capitals Broadcast Network. Preseason game number 2 just getting underway. Jackson Nevers wins the draw back to kick things off after Madison's 9-3 victory last night against this same Rough Riders squad. Starting up ice is Harper Fry, and he feeds it ahead for Drew Waterfield, powering his way towards the goal. A quick shot kicked wide by Ryan Cameron, the Boston College commit, in net for the Rough Riders as they spark back the other way. In quick pursuit there, though, was Will Dozian in his preseason debut. This whole top line for the Capitals not in the lineup last night. Waterfield, Nevers, and Dozian left to right across the ice. 35 seconds into the game, Musa into the offensive zone, feeds it down low for the Rough Riders. Looking for an option, finds one. He likes there, trying to get it back to him on that far side was Bosco, but he's escorted into the corner by Harper Fry. Musa from a sharp angle sends his first shot on net of the game in on Cash Cruitt, who holds for a whistle. 51 seconds into period number 1. Our score 0-0. Thanks for joining us here on the Capitals Broadcast Network. Drew Steele here captaining the ship, going through your ocean all evening long. Starting goalies for tonight's contest, Cash Cruitt down on my left for the Capitals as the Caps wear their traditional home whites for the first half here on the road. Right to left will go Cedar Rapids wearing green practice jerseys. Down in deep, that's sent. Cash Cruitt let it go by as it's poked free by John Stout, the plus-minus king of the USHL last season at a plus 44. Austin Moline finished third in that category. He was his D partner for much of this season as this one all the way back sent down in by Cedar Rapids. The Caps clear out to neutral ice. The Rough Riders send it right back where it came from. Jack Kawaja on possession. No points to his name last night, but he was in the lineup for the Capitals. As a turnover at neutral ice sparks the Rough Riders into the offensive zone. It's Blanchard losing it for a moment. Amos Seaby there to recover for this Rough Riders squad. Gets it to Graff, now up to the line for Siomos. Siomos shot gloved by Cash Cruitt, who holds on for a whistle. 18:21 to go in this first period. Zeros on each side of the scoreboard, and wouldn't be able to say the same last night. Jackson Ernst, who's the third line center tonight for the Capitals, scoring just 30 seconds into the Capitals preseason opener. Max Ryder, the highlight of last night's game offensively, has hauled them up, boys. Cedar Rapids player kicked out of the circle. We'll have to redo everything offensively, and in the face-off circle, Braden Scuderio going to take the draw, taking the spot of Musa. Up top it goes, sent down in low. It was actually Grant Young that was kicked out of the circle. Either way, the Capitals able to transition to neutral ice. Ernst into the offensive zone, loses it as it hops down into the corner for the Rough Riders. Carson Young, the Minnesota Duluth commit, slams a player up into the wall. Puck kicks free over to the far side where Ethan Piercy there for it. The O'Fallon, Missouri native, gets things moving up ice as the Capitals send it right back where it came from, all the way down in. 2 minutes into this first period of play, a big hit by Jackson Ernst finds its way to the point for Chris Barrett-Gaitos. Shot ate up by a Rough Rider as they'll come back the other way. A penalty will be upcoming on Cedar Rapids as Jackson Ernst with the heavy hit in the corner. A retaliation gets Carson Young as the Capitals, who were 1 for 2 on the power play last night, head to the man advantage for the first time this evening. Out there on the man advantage is going to be Stout, Bergeson, Witala, Waterfield, and Ryder. Max Ryder was mentioning the story of last night's game. His number on the back of his jersey, number 5, he matched that total in points for the preseason in just one game. 4 goals and 1 assist last night for the Capitals in the 9-3 victory, as the Capitals' goals in the first period totaled to more than Cedar Rapids had on the night. Bergeson up top, it goes for Stout, back to Bergeson. The Capitals, one of the best penalty kill and power play units last season in the USHL. Last year on the power play, Madison 27.7%, good enough for second in the league. Third on the PK last year at 82.1. On the other side, Cedar Rapids struggled special teams-wise, 18.2% on the power play, 74% on the penalty kill, which was good for 12th and 15th among the 16 teams in the league. Witala on the far side, half wall, gets it down low for Waterfield. Back up top, Witala and Stout play pitch and catch before Witala returns favor to Waterfield in the corner. Waterfield feeds it to Witala. Up top now, Stout. Stout looking for an optional switch spots with Witala and eventually trying to thread it through the slot over to the far side for Bergeson. Near side on your screens as it's poked up the wall. Stout's able to hold and send down the half wall for Witala. Witala looks for a passing lane, feeds it over to Bergeson, a bit too far behind him, and Cedar Rapids is going to be able to clear a minute 05 into this power play for the Capitals. 16.5 to go in the first period. Scoreless here in Cedar Rapids at I'm On Ice Arena. Up the near side, it's Kawaja, plays to the middle. A turnover, though, as Cedar Rapids plays right back down into the corner, and they put some heavy pressure on here on the penalty kill. Chasing after Jackson Ernst is Charles Blanchard, but Ernst able to settle things down with a half minute to go on the Capitals' first man advantage of the night. 1 for 2 on the man advantage. Last time it was Ronan Buchberger with the goal on the power play for the Caps as Cameron plays over to the far side, giving it straight to Gustav Skriva. Down low now, Richard Skriva plays up the wall for Ernst. Kawaja holds at the line. Kawaja, now Ernst on the far side. Back up top for Kawaja, 10 to go on the power play. Gustav Skriva with the one-time shot. Rebound alive in the slot taken down low. Now on it's Gustavs. Plays down into the corner as back at full strength are the Rough Riders. The Capitals still on the prowl offensively as Ernst slammed up into the wall. Tried to play down low to Ville Varala. As down low, the Capitals able to hold the zone. It was Grieva, but eventually it pops out to Dexter Brooks at center ice. He's making his preseason debut, as is John Stout on the blue line for the Capitals as it's played back for Buckberger. Now Brooks backtracks for Bucky once again. 15-15 to go, period number 1, no score. Capitals 0 for 1 on the power play. Still trying to score first here. It would be the second in 2 games that the Capitals were able to strike first against this Rough Riders squad as they go for this preseason sweep against Cedar Rapids this evening. Far side, it's Hawkhuff, the St. Cloud commit, feeds it up ahead and into the offensive zone. Come the Rough Riders, a shot from Romeo, stopped by Cruitt, who holds on for a whistle. 14:50 to go, period number 1. Cash Cruitt, Brady Cry join Caleb Heil and a very good goaltending trio as we might hit a media timeout. Sure enough, that's the case. You're listening to Capitals Hockey on the Capitals Broadcast Network.
Ready to score your next big career move? Join the winning team at Fristam Pumps right here in Middleton. We build the pumps behind the world's top brands in food, beverage, and pharmaceutical, and we're growing fast. With excellent benefits including up to $15,000 extra in profit sharing a year and a people-first culture, it's more than just a job. It's a power play for your future. Bring your drive, bring your dedication, help build what powers the world. Middleton made, globally trusted. Apply today at fristam.com/careers and take your shot.
Dear Rocky Roads, the 2025 Toyota Tacoma doesn't flinch. Rugged twists? Been there. Rutted turns? Done that. With tons of top tech and rock-solid resilience, Tacoma is tougher than any terrain. And when the dust settles, Tacoma's legendary resale value means confidence for the road ahead. Find your Tacoma at Toyota.com or visit your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places.
Capitals hockey here on the Capitals Broadcast Network. All square, 0 aside. 5:10 into the first period of play here in the second preseason game. It's the top line out there for the Rough Riders. David Bosco had to go in and take the draw as Musa was kicked out of the circle. The Rough Riders won the draw, but they also have to go all the way back beneath their own goal line to pick up possession. See almost down low, battling there with Vince Kalsher, the Middleton, Wisconsin native. Turns that one over and back up the wall come Cedar Rapids. Into the offensive zone, a shot on from that far side. Mason Miner, he scored the Rough Riders' first goal last night. Throws a shot on goal and Cruitt holds on for a whistle. 14:26 to go here in period number 1. Right before the break, I was telling you about the goaltending trio that the Capitals currently have. In the past, with Andy Brandt and goaltending coach Shane Connolly, the Caps have carried 2 goaltenders. Caleb Heil here again for the Capitals, joined by Cash Cruitt and Brady Cry, who you'll see tonight. Will it be a trio of goaltenders? Will it just be 2? I guess time will only tell, as both Cruitt and Cry bring great credentials to the squad, and that's kind of the fun, but also the truth part of preseason. The realistic part is that right now the Capitals have 31 players on their preseason roster. They have to get down to 24 league mandated. As down in the corner, Gertis on possession. Gertis turns it over, though, and it's the Rough Riders right back on it. Blanchard plays to the line there for Young. Young with a shot. Far side, near side goes the shot as it's picked up by Waterfield in the corner, and the Caps skate through neutral ice into the offensive zone. Waterfield down low, throws on the brakes, plays it up top now for Gertis. Gertis with a shot. That's blocked by Blanchard. His stick breaks in the process. He'll go for a new twig from equipment manager for the Rough Riders, Patrick Oberlin. That's Young through neutral ice to Amos-Seebe. Amos-Seebe's pass to the far side finds its way into the window. The Rough Riders maintain a shot. Nice stick save there by Cash Cruitt. As Scuderi back on it, the tender for this Rough Riders squad. Last season's tender, Thomas Vandenberg, not on the roster this season for the Rough Riders. But Scuderi in his preseason debut with a quick shot on goal. He played last season with Stephen Cover, one of the 2 tenders for the Capitals. Here on the roster is Michael Tang, the other. The 2 not in the lineup tonight as getting the night off after playing in the preseason opener last night. Up the far side wall, taking it off the walls. Musa up ahead into the offensive zone now. A quick shot stopped by the logo on the chest of Cass Cruitt, who will hold on for a whistle. 12:44 to go in this first period. 0-0 our score. Shots on goal favor the Rough Riders. 5-1 here in this one as a faceoff will go to Cass Cruitt's left on the far side of the ice. It's Ernst's unit out there against Grant Young. Young, of course, started his USHL career with the Youngstown Phantoms, a Clark Cup champion in 2023. Up the far side, unable to hold the line were the Rough Riders as this one sent all the way down and around where Pitsley there for the Capitals. He'll play back to Baird Gaidos. Over to the far side now for Stout, who's unable to maintain possession for the Capitals. Scuderi sends it towards the slot, but nothing to him as the Capitals able to clear back to neutral ice. Right back into the offensive zone, though, are the Riders. Scuderi has his pass hit a skate along the way and bounce right back in between the blue lines. As it's picked up there by Mason Miner, and they'll come in on that far side wall. Spinning off of a stick checks O'Donohue. O'Donohue down low it goes for Lechner. Lechner, the St. Thomas commit, plays to the line for Miner. Miner's shot blocked along the way by Jackson Ernst. Will start up ice. He'll achieve the red line and send it down in on goal. Second shot of the goal for the Capitals of the game. Not counted on the big screen here in Cedar Rapids. Is back into the offensive zone are the Rough Riders. Looked offside to me. They don't blow it dead. A shot from that far side never gets its way onto the goal. Is back the other way. The Capitals unable to clear the zone. A chance goes wide over to the far side. Cole Hiles picks up possession for the Rough Riders in the corner. Hiles battling with Buckberger, who takes a spill, and the Rough Riders maintain. Hiles feeds it to the middle, poked off the stick of a Rider, and the Capitals right back on it. It's Max Rider. 4 goals last night for the Capitals. Rider had an assist on the game's opening goal as well, scored by Jackson Ernst. Has the number 5 on his back, has 5 preseason points through one game. Is a nice play to split the defense there by Westerling, forcing his way towards the goal. Unable to strike on Cass Cruitt, though, as Gustavs Grivo will head into the offensive zone. Beat to it by Jason Musa, who plays into the corner, and starting up ice now are the Rough Riders. Near side, picked off by Brooks, a nice play. Gustavs leads there for Ryder. Ryder turns it over, though, and Musa right back on it into the offensive end for the Riders. Offside are Cedar Rapids. 10:35 remains in the first. We're still scoreless here at I'm on Ice here in Cedar Rapids. A face-off will come on the near side opposite the Capitals bench momentarily. Shots on goal, 5-1 in this scoreless contest. Vitala played the wing last night. He moved into the middle, as did Jackson Ernst, as a couple of players exiting the lineup that typically occupy that center circle. Sam Capel being one of them. Alex Lunsky played the middle as well. Is on that far side. A pass that was almost destined for Vitala to bury him was avoided there along the way by the defenseman in Cooper Simon. And the Capitals on that far side wall unable to get to it as they chip it out to neutral ice. Backtracking for it is Ethan Piercy. Piercy feeds over to the near side, and Cooper Simon, as the defensemen for the Rough Riders get kind of tangled up. Poor communication. Eventually Carson Young does find it and starts up ice to Simon. Simon into the offensive zone looking for options. Drops back there for a moment. Now Young on it. Young loses it as the Capitals will stick handle their way out of trouble. Vitala up that far side, gets it out to neutral ice. Tries to poke it free, but it hops up into the Caps bench. 9:41 to go in the first period. You're listening to Capitals Hockey on the Capitals Broadcast Network. Rather than we'll keep it here. I thought we were heading to immediate timeout. Not the case. As the Capitals draw just outside their bench. It's Nevers' unit out there for Madison. Faceoffs won back by Nevs. Picked up the length of the ice. Gertis will send it down. No icing as a player lifted the stick of Will Dozhin, a new Capital. As up the near side wall, Dozhin has that one sky up into the rafters here nearly as it falls down. A high stick going to be coming up on Jackson Nevers. I think he knew it right away as the player Tomas Mikel got it up in his grill, as that'll be the Rough Riders heading to the power play. 0 for 4 last night on the man advantage or Cedar Rapids. Last season, 12th in the USHL at 18.2%. Madison's kill last season, 82.1%. Third in the USHL. Faceoff will be on the near side to the right of Cash Pruitt. Here momentarily, 2 or less in the sin bin for Nevers. As the Capitals goaltender Cash Pruitt will look over to his right. Ville Varala, Chris Baird, Gaidos, Will Dozhin, and Nolan Gertis will be the killers to start for the Capitals. On the other side, it's Graf, Blanchard, up top Mikel, as well as Cornelia, as Amasibi is the final player out there for the Rough Riders. They establish offensive zone time. Far side on it for a moment is the player there in Graf. Trying to feed it across was Amasibi, as Will Dozhin will step up into the play. He'll chip it down in deep, killing some more time off as Ryan Cameron plays over to his defenseman, and they'll start up ice 30 seconds into this man advantage. The Capitals already with 1 clear, no shots on goal yet to this point on the power play as Graf into the offensive zone. Abasimi puts some pressure on John Stout. Stout feeds it over to Buckberger, who plays it high off the glass and sends it all the way down, where Ryan Cameron settles things down for the Rough Riders. 8:30 to go, period number 1. Shots on goal favoring Cedar Rapids 5-1, but nothing on the scoreboard to this point. Up the far side, Buckberger pokes it off the stick of a Rough Rider player. They clear it themselves. They'll blame the stick tactic there by Cornelia, as into the offensive zone comes Cedar Rapids. On the near side, Mikel has some pressure put on him by the Capitals. Stout will airmail it over all of the Rough Rider players on the ice all the way down, as he'll go for a change under 8 to go in the first. 37 to go on the Nevers minor penalty as the Rough Riders skate through neutral ice. Into the offensive zone, Musa trying to feed it to the near side, unable to find him. Instead, it finds the stick of Westerling in the corner. Now up top it goes Hawk Huff. Far side now Carson Young. Back to Huff on the top of the near side circle. Huff looking for options, feeds up top for Young. Young far side now for O'Donohue, who plays down into the corner, trying to feed that one out front. They're unable to get it to the intended target. They're looking for Hawk Huff on the near side. Instead, it found Carson Young as a shot goes wide. Dexter Brooks pinned up beneath the goal line as the Capitals are back at full strength. Jackson Nevers returns to the field of play as the players battle on the near side wall. The Capitals chip it out to neutral ice. 7:10 to go, period number 1. Both teams unsuccessful on their first man advantage as O'Donohue has it in the offensive zone. Ryder pokes it free up that far side to get it out to neutral ice. Grabs it once again. 4 goals last night. Included a shorthanded goal and 2 goals in the third period. Scored goals 2, 7, 8, and 9. Did the St. Louis Park, Minnesota native. Through neutral ice with a whole bunch of speed into the offensive zone. Siomos chips it into the far side corner, and that's where Jason Musa waits for it. Musa up the far side. Instead of finding one of his teammates, he found Max Ryder. Ryder plays to the middle. Rehard's Grieva now to Gustavs on the far side. Gustavs looking for options here with 6.5 to go in the first. Down low, Max Ryder plays the body. Ryder trying to kick it free, finds it in the corner. Ryder throws his shoulder up into a player to his side work in the corner as Rehards joins Max in the corner there. Rehards loses his stick, still playing the body as his stick on the ground actually pokes it away from a Rough Rider player for a moment before they start up ice back the other way. Near side Musa into the offensive zone. There for it, Mentz. Mentz near side. Got a little too fancy, I think, to the Rough Riders as David Bosco feeds it down low once again. Far side, Cooper Simon circling the offensive zone. Throws on the brakes on the near side. Far side now takes it for a moment. A shot gloved down by Pruitt, who holds on for a whistle. You're listening to Capitals Hockey on the Capitals Broadcast Network.
Dear Rocky Roads, the 2025 Toyota Tacoma doesn't flinch. Rugged twists? Been there. Rutted turns? Done that. With tons of top tech and rock-solid resilience, Tacoma is tougher than any terrain. And when the dust settles, Tacoma's legendary resale value means confidence for the road ahead. Find your Tacoma at Toyota.com or visit your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places.
Some take shortcuts, but at Longhorn Steakhouse, we do steak the right way. Fresh, never frozen, expertly seasoned, and grilled to perfection. Because you deserve nothing less. Steak done right every time. Longhorn Steakhouse, waiting for you today over by Westtown Mall in Madison.
It's Capitals hockey here on the Capitals Broadcast Network. 5:43 remains in period number 1. Still scoreless between the Rough Riders and Capitals. Game 2 of a 2-game set here in the preseason. Game 1 went Madison's way 9-3 last night in Middleton. Of course, the Capitals on the back end of a home-and-home had home game on Game 1. Here on the road in Game 2 as Nevers backhands that one down low. He just served his minor penalty just a couple of moments ago. Game-wise is up the near side. The Rough Riders play all the way down in deep where the Ohio State commit Ronan Buckberger can start up ice. He loses possession out front. A chance now for the Rough Riders. A shot and a goal! It's Hawk Huff scoring for Cedar Rapids, giving the Rough Riders the lead. 14:43 into period number 1. A turnover in the defensive zone for Buckberger. Left his team out to dry. And the Capitals now trail for the first time in the preseason to Cedar Rapids. As I'm sure we'll hear it here in the arena momentarily. The official goal scoring, but looked like the goal was scored by the Wayzata, Minnesota native, Hawk Huff. Hawk Huff acquired in that deal that sent Eric Cald to Sioux Falls last season. Cald on the Stampede this season, was out much of last season due to injury. Brooks, far side now to Stout, up ahead for Ville Varala. Varala hit hard up into the buckle for a moment, but he pops free as it puts some heavy pressure on as Witala down low. Turned over into the offensive zone. Go the Rough Riders down low, chasing after its Graf, but he's beat to it by John Stout, who will backhand it over to the near side. As the goal's announced here in the arena, it is Huff with the goal. As into the offensive zone, back the other way is Witala. His stick is taken down. I think that might be a penalty shot. No, maybe they're saying he wasn't clear. A slash called. They're asking, how is the slash called? His stick's broken, buddy. I think that's a good indication that there's a slash. Gustav's Grieva, rather that's Cooper Snee, was trying to get an offensive zone draw. Rather, he was trying to get a penalty shot. As it's Carson Young to the box once again, his second penalty of the game, sending Madison to their second power play of the game. Shots on goal favoring Cedar Rapids 6-1 in this one. Scoreboard leans the same way, 1-0. Rough Riders in the lead, but a good chance for the Capitals to turn that around. Ernst, the Grieva twins, Varala and Kawaja out there for Madison as the faceoff won back by the Rough Riders, and they'll clear right away on the Young penalty as it's played over to the far side for Kawaja, who will start up ice. Kawaja drops back there for Rehards Grieva, near side Jackson Ernst. Ernst spins when he's on the half wall, feeds it up top for Kawaja. Back on the half walls, Rehards Grieva. Two players hard on him. Unable to get anything from it were the Capitals, as now Kawaja feeds it down in deep. No icing, and he'll be the one to go and get it in the corner. Good hustle there by the 2024 tender for the Capitals as he'll feed it to Varala on the near side. Far side it goes for Ernst. Ernst circles around a bit and plays down into the corner, but he turns it over to a Rough Rider player. That'll do it for unit number 1 out there for the Capitals as it takes an odd bounce on the dump down, and it jumps up into the body of Cash Cruitt and into his gear, so he couldn't play it. So a defensive zone draw for Madison on the power play. A minute 11 remains on the man advantage for the Caps. 1-0, the Rough Riders in the lead. Caps did acquire their second shot on goal. Witala hops out onto the ice with that power play we saw first on the first man advantage. It was also a Carson Young minor penalty as he's in the box for slashing at the moment. Stout backtracks in his own defensive zone, can start up ice for the Caps up that far side. Some heavy pressure put on by Nick Romeo. Will leave over to Stout. Stout leaves there for a moment, starts up the near side wall, drops back there for the player in Bergeson, and into the offensive zone come Madison. Stout up that far side, blocked down along the way. Goes out to neutral ice. And on the near side, it's Max Ryder. Ryder over to Bergerson into the offensive zone. 35 to go on the man advantage for the Capitals as Ryder has it in the corner. Throws a reverse hit on the player and gets it up top for Stout. Stout sends it towards the goal, deflected wide. I don't think Cameron saw that one coming. Bergerson plays to Stout at the line, far side. Now Itala, middle for Ryder. A shot deflects in on goal, but it's held by Cameron for a whistle. 16 to go on the man advantage for Madison. 2:51 to go in period number one as a face-off and the offensive zone upcoming for the Capitals. Waning moments of the man advantage. Not the typical power play unit that we've saw so far as Nevers, Pitsley, Kalsher, Gertis, and Fry join the Caps out there. Face-off will be on the near side to the left of Cameron in goal. Face-off's one back. Kalsher's quick shot. Whips wide, but hold them up, boys. We're going to do it all over again. As it's Nevers and Musa in the circle. Face-off tied up, one back by Cedar Rapids, sent down the length of the ice. That should just about do it for the Capitals' second man advantage of the night. 1 for 2 last night, 0 for 2 tonight, unless they're able to score in a blink of an eye here. As stepping out of the box is Carson Young all the way down. Carson Young steps out onto the ice. Far side, Kalsher able to get possession for Madison. Nice hustle down by the Middleton native. Harper Fry a shot blockered into the corner by the goaltender Cameron, and up the near side taken over by Cedar Rapids. Sending it to the far up ahead now for Musa. He has it in his feet. Taken over there by the Capitals. It's Caleb Pitsley. Far side unable to find him. And eventually it's Musa playing all the way down in deep. No icing as we approach the 2-minute to go mark here in period number one. The Rough Riders with the 1-0 lead. The goal from Hawk Huff earlier on this period. Dojan plays out to neutral ice. The Rough Riders stunt the growth of that rush for the Capitals, and the Caps start from their own defensive blue line up ahead. Varala plays for Dojan in the corner. Dojan, fresh off the bench, sneeze, shot goes into the corner. Up the near side, Brooks holds for Madison. Brooks down into the corner now. Two aside work down low. As it's spun off the stick, Varala puts some heavy pressure on, feeds it to Snee in the slot. Snee drops back for Buckberger, near side for Brooks. Brooks looks for a shooting lane, sends it towards the goal, but it's gloved down by Cameron for a whistle. 1:28 to go in the first. 1-0 the score as a face-off will be on the near side to the left of goaltender Cameron in net. Dojan, Snee, Varala, so a little bit of a mix-up with the power plays. Of course, that's bound to happen. Ryan Cameron looks over to his left in goal as the face-off's tied up and eventually won by the Capitals into the corner. Snee plays around to the far side wall. Dojan and Varala on a different page, so neither of them were over in that area as it's played out to neutral ice. A nice job by Dexter Brooks to defend the defensive blue line as Cedar Rapids on possession at neutral ice. Into the offensive zone, Graff up ahead into the offensive. It's Blanchard. Blanchard throws on the brakes on the half wall, looking for a shooting lane. His shot blocked along the way, fed far side, it whips wide. Hawk Huff was looking for his second of the game as this one goes high into the sky here in Cedar Rapids. Into the offensive zone, it's Blanchard. Blanchard turns it over. Madison up ahead now into the offensive zone. It's Gustavs Griva. Gus takes it down low. Gustavs feeds to the middle. There for it was Bergerson, but he just overskates that one. And at neutral ice, it'll be Cedar Rapids back the other way. 35 to go in the period as they chip that one down in deep. Amasimi plays over to the far side for Baird Guidos, where he takes over for Madison. Into the offensive zone, it's Bergerson, turns it over. Amasimi back the other way, sent hard into the wall as Cedar Rapids now benefits from bodies getting tangled up on the bench on that far side. Scuderi's shot goes high and wide. Holding the line there for the Rough Riders was the defenseman in Mason Minor. He'll take it through neutral ice now. On the near side is for Romeo. Romeo out front, rebounds alive. Cruitt holds on for a whistle. Rather, the horn will sound first. It's Capitals hockey on the Capitals Broadcast Network. The Caps trail 1-0 through 20 minutes of play. We'll have your Play It Again Sports Intermission Report coming up right after this.
For 35 years, Ameriprint Apparel in Sun Prairie has been the one-stop shop for all your custom printing needs. Getting started is easy. Visit AmeriprinTapparel.com to browse through all our offerings and let us know how you need it customized. You can also give us a call or stop in. And if you need an individually customized online store, we offer them at no charge to you. Then our team will get to work and make your custom products a reality. Ameriprint Apparel, your logos done right, done local.
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 93% rate. Adam Fox.
Fox breaks to the net and scores!
Jake Ottinger.
Save of his life for Jake Ottinger.
Kyle Connor.
Kyle Connor shoots and scores!
Stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you're a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow at College Hockey.
Breaking news. The Madison Capitals have invented freedom. That's right, flex plans. You pick the games, you pick the seats, and you save money while looking like a hockey genius. Want to come Friday? Boom. Sunday? Done. Bring grandma? She's in. Flex plans are the choose-your-own-adventure of hockey tickets. Score yours now at tickets.madcapshockey.com before they disappear faster than free hot dogs. Ready to score your next big career move? Join the winning team at Friston Pumps right here in Middleton. We build the pumps behind the world's top brands in food, beverage, and pharmaceutical, and we're growing fast. With excellent benefits including up to $15,000 extra in profit sharing a year and a people-first culture, it's more than just a job. It's a power play for your future. Bring your drive, bring your dedication, help build what powers the world. Middleton made, globally trusted. Apply today at fristum.com/careers and take your shot.
Bring the squad, the co-workers, the bowling team, or your entire extended family because Capitals hockey is better together. With group tickets, everyone saves, everyone cheers, and everyone looks like a genius for showing up. Want to take it up a notch? Suites. Private space, great views, food, drinks. It's like hockey VIP but with more fun. Groups and suites are going fast, so rally your crew and lock in today at madcapshockey.com.
Some take shortcuts, but at Longhorn Steakhouse, we do steak the right way. Fresh, never frozen, expertly seasoned, and grilled to perfection. Because you deserve nothing less. Steak done right every time. Longhorn Steakhouse, waiting for you today over by Westtown Mall in Madison. Don't wait until mosquitoes and ticks show up. Beat them to it with Mosquito Joe of Madison. Locally owned and operated, we deliver trusted pest control that protects your family and pets. Get a jump start this winter so your yard is ready when summer arrives. Mosquito Joe of Madison, outside is fun again.
Fans, Play It Again Sports is your go-to store for all your sports gear needs. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade in your gently used equipment, they've got you covered. You'll find top brands at unbeatable prices. Keep your gear fresh, your game strong, and your wallet happy. Stop by Play It Again Sports after the game and get everything you need to play your best.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dogs wearing sweaters, have we got news for you. Single game tickets for your Madison Capitals are on sale now. Pick a night, pick your crew, and boom, you're in. One ticket gets you goals, hits, laps, and maybe even a ride on the Zamboni. Single game tickets, the most fun you can legally have on ice. Snag yours today at tickets.madcapshockey.com. Hey Cats fans, this season reading pays off. It's our Stick to Reading program. Kids who read just 3 books earn a free ticket to any Sunday home game of their choice. That's right, read 3, get in free. Families can join the fun with discounted tickets too. Visit madcapshockey.com to secure your tickets today. Stick to reading, because great readers make great fans.
When I'm hungry for the great steak of Texas, I always go to the Texas Roadhouse.
Folks like Willie love Texas Roadhouse for our famous hand-cut steaks, each one grilled to perfection to lock in the flavor and juices for that unmistakable Texas Roadhouse taste.
If you're ready for a good night of fun and partying, go to the Texas Roadhouse. They know how to do it right.
With a mouth-watering taste you'll want again and again. Only remember,
if it doesn't say Texas, it's not Texas Roadhouse.
the Play It Again Sports Intermission Report. Caps trail 1-0 to the Cedar Rapids Rough Riders, who are playing host to Madison this evening. 1-0 the score. Let's get to our scoring summary. It was Hawk Huff, 14:43 into period number 1. Can start up ice. He loses possession out front. A chance now for the Rough Riders. A shot and a goal. It's Hawk Huff scoring for Cedar Rapids. Cedar Rapids with the 1-0 lead. Hawk Huff was assisted by Braden Scuderi on the lone tally of period number 1. Shots on goal favor the Rough Riders 10-3 after one period of play. Both teams found their way on the man advantage in period number 1. Madison 0 for 2, Cedar Rapids 0 for 1. When we come back, we'll take a look around the league. You're listening to Capitals Hockey on the Capitals Broadcast Network and on the Play It Again Sports Intermission Report.
For 35 years, Ameriprint Apparel in Sun Prairie has been the one-stop shop for all your custom printing needs. Getting started is easy. Visit AmeriprinApparel.com to browse through all our offerings and let us know how you need it customized. You can also give us a call or stop in. And if you need an individually customized online store, we offer them at no charge to you. Then our team will get to work and make your custom products a reality. Ameriprint Apparel, your logos done right, done local.
Breaking news. The Madison Capitals have invented freedom. That's right, Flex Plans. You pick the games, you pick the seats, and you save money while looking like a hockey genius. Want to come Friday? Boom. Sunday? Done. Bring grandma? She's in. Flex Plans are the choose-your-own-adventure of hockey tickets. Score yours now at tickets.madcapshockey.com before they disappear faster than free hot dogs.
Dear rocky roads, the 2025 Toyota Tacoma doesn't flinch. Rugged twists? Been there. Rutted turns? Done that. With tons of top tech and rock-solid resilience, Tacoma is tougher than any terrain. And when the dust settles, Tacoma's legendary resale value means confidence for the road ahead. Find your Tacoma at Toyota.com or visit your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places.
It's the Play It Again Sports Intermission Report. Caps trail 1-0. Hawk Huff with the lone goal in tonight's contest, his first of the preseason in his preseason debut. Let's take a look around the league tonight. Fargo took down Omaha earlier today, 4-1. Goals in the second and third period only for the Force. They were outshot 27-18, but they were able to find Twine 3 more times than their opponent. Youngstown takes down Muskegon 7-1 in game 2 of their back-to-back. 5-4, Des Moines takes down Tri-City in a shootout tonight, as well as Sioux City leading Sioux Falls 3-1 with a minute to go in the first period of play there in that one. 2-0 at the end of one in Geneva. Chicago leads Dubuque through the first period of play. Alex Calbeck, the defenseman, with both goals there in that one. Dubuque does lead in shots on goal 13-7. When we come back, we'll actually hear from myself about our Stick to Reading program that's brand new. That's a segment called Caps in the Community, and we want to focus on that every single weekend because obviously we want to make sure that the Capitals brand is more than just a hockey team. You want to make sure that we're giving back to the community in our Stick to Reading programs. Just another example of that. So when we come back, you'll hear all about that. You're listening to Capitals Hockey on the Play It Again Sports Intermission Report on the Capitals Broadcast Network.
For 35 years, Ameriprint Apparel in Sun Prairie has been the one-stop shop for all your custom printing needs. Getting started is easy. Visit AmeriprinApparel.com to browse through all our offerings and let us know how you need it customized. You can also give us a call or stop in. And if you need an individually customized online store, we offer them at no charge to you. Then our team will get to work and make your custom products a reality. Ameriprint Apparel, your logos done right, done local.
Breaking news. The Madison Capitals have invented freedom. That's right, Flex Plans. You pick the games, you pick the seats, and you save money while looking like a hockey genius. Want to come Friday? Boom. Sunday? Done. Bring grandma? She's in. Flex Plans are the choose-your-own-adventure of hockey tickets. Score yours now at tickets.madcapshockey.com before they disappear faster than free hot dogs.
Bring the squad, the co-workers, the bowling team, or your entire extended family because Capitals hockey is better together. With group tickets, everyone saves, everyone cheers, and everyone looks like a genius for showing up. Want to take it up a notch? Suites. Private space, great views, food, drinks. It's like hockey VIP but with more fun. Groups and suites are going fast, so rally your crew and lock in today at madcapshockey.com.
Don't wait until mosquitoes and ticks show up. Beat them to it with Mosquito Joe of Madison. Locally owned and operated, we deliver trusted pest control that protects your family and pets. Get a jump start this winter so your yard is ready when summer arrives. Mosquito Joe of Madison, outside is fun again. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dogs wearing sweaters, have we got news for you. Single game tickets for your Madison Capitals are on sale now. Pick a night, pick your crew, and boom, you're in. One ticket gets you goals, hits, laughs, and maybe even a ride on the Zamboni. Single game tickets, the most fun you can legally have on ice. Snag yours today at tickets.madcapshockey.com. Hey Cats fans, this season reading pays off. It's our Stick to Reading program. Kids who read just 3 books earn a free ticket to any Sunday home game of their choice. That's right, read 3, get in free. Families can join the fun with discounted tickets too. Visit madcapshockey.com to secure your tickets today. Stick to reading, because great readers make great fans.
When I'm hungry for the great steak of Texas, I always go to the Texas Roadhouse.
Folks like Willie love Texas Roadhouse for our famous hand-cut steaks, each one grilled to perfection to lock in the flavor and juices for that unmistakable Texas Roadhouse taste.
If you're ready for a good night of fun and partying, go to the Texas Roadhouse. They know how to do it right.
With a mouth-watering taste you'll want again and again. Only remember,
if it doesn't say Texas, it's not Texas Roadhouse.
Welcome back to the Play It Again Sports Intermission Report. It's time for our Community Spotlight, where we highlight the ways that the Capitals are making a difference here in Madison. Today's Spotlight is on our Stick to Reading program. We've teamed up with schools and libraries across the area to encourage kids to open a book and discover the power of reading. The goal is simple. Read 3 books, and you'll get a free ticket to one of our Sunday home games. Plus, family members can join in with a special discount, turning reading into a fun family celebration at the rink. This program is one of my favorites because it builds a bridge between education and hockey. Teachers and librarians have been incredible partners in promoting it, and the response from students have been amazing. Nothing beats seeing the excitement on a kid's face when they realize their hard work in the classroom can earn them a chance to cheer on their hometown team. So remember, read 3, get in free. That's the Capitals Stick to Reading program, and it's today's Community Spotlight. Some take shortcuts, but at Longhorn Steakhouse, we do steak the right way. Fresh, never frozen, expertly seasoned, and grilled to perfection. Because you deserve nothing less. Steak done right every time. Longhorn Steakhouse, waiting for you today over by Westtown Mall in Madison. Don't wait until mosquitoes and ticks show up. Beat them to it with Mosquito Joe of Madison. Locally owned and operated, we deliver trusted pest control that protects your family and pets. Get a jump start this winter so your yard is ready when summer arrives. Mosquito Joe of Madison, outside is fun again.
Fans, Play It Again Sports is your go-to store for all your sports gear needs. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade in your gently used equipment, they've got you covered. You'll find top brands at unbeatable prices. Keep your gear fresh, your game strong, and your wallet happy. Stop by Play It Again Sports after the game and get everything you need to play your best.
Hey Cats fans, this season reading pays off. It's our Stick to Reading program. Kids who read just 3 books earn a free ticket to any Sunday home game of their choice. That's right, read 3, get in free. Families can join the fun with discounted tickets too. Visit madcapshockey.com to secure your tickets today. Stick to reading, because great readers make great fans.
When I'm hungry for the great steak of Texas, I always go to the Texas Roadhouse.
Folks like Willie love Texas Roadhouse for our famous hand-cut steaks, each one grilled to perfection to lock in the flavor and juices for that unmistakable Texas Roadhouse taste.
If you're ready for a good night of fun and partying, go to the Texas Roadhouse. They know how to do it right.
With a mouth-watering taste you'll want again and again. Only remember,
if it doesn't say Texas, it's not Texas Roadhouse.
For 35 years, AmeriPrint Apparel in Sun Prairie has been the one-stop shop for all your custom printing needs. Getting started is easy. Visit AmeriPrintApparel.com to browse through all our offerings and let us know how you need it customized. You can also give us a call or stop in. And if you need an individually customized online store, we offer them at no charge to you. Then our team will get to work and make your custom products a reality. AmeriPrint Apparel, your logos done right, done local.
Breaking news. The Madison Capitals have invented freedom. That's right, Flex Plans. You pick the games, you pick the seats, and you save money while looking like a hockey genius. Want to come Friday? Boom. Sunday? Done. Bring grandma? She's in. Flex Plans are the choose-your-own-adventure of hockey tickets. Score yours now at tickets.madcapshockey.com before they disappear faster than free hot dogs. Ready to score your next big career move? Join the winning team at Fristum Pumps right here in Middleton. We build the pumps behind the world's top brands in food, beverage, and pharmaceutical, and we're growing fast. With excellent benefits including up to $15,000 extra in profit sharing a year and a people-first culture, it's more than just a job. It's a power play for your future. Bring your drive, bring your dedication, help build what powers the world. Middleton made, globally trusted. Apply today at fristum.com/careers and take your shot.
Bring the squad, the co-workers, the bowling team, or your entire extended family because Capitals hockey is better together. With group tickets, everyone saves, everyone cheers, and everyone looks like a genius for showing up. Want to take it up a notch? Suites, private space, great views, food, drinks. It's like hockey VIP but with more fun. Groups and suites are going fast, so rally your crew and lock in today at madcapshockey.com.
Orthopedic and Spine Centers of Wisconsin health tip of the month time, and they remind you this month to warm up and cool down. Dynamic stretches such as arm circles, high knees, and lunges prep your muscles for activity. Static stretches after activity also reduces soreness and improves flexibility. All of that helps lower the risk of strains and pulls, and that was this month's health tip of the month, thanks to our friends at Orthopedic and Spine Centers of Wisconsin.
Capitals hockey here on the Capitals Broadcast Network. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Whether be live on Flow Hockey on the away feed or on the Capitals YouTube page, we always encourage you to subscribe there. Follow the Caps on social media for all the updates, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. I should say X instead of Twitter. Period number 2 about to get underway. Caps trail 1-0 as Nevers wins the draw back. Caps will travel right to left across your radio dial here in period number 2, wearing the white jerseys as this one at neutral ice over on that far side. Able to get there on the near side eventually is Fry, sending it down into the offensive zone before the Rough Riders can start back the other way. Far side, it's Cedar with a shot that ramps up into the glass. Rather, that was Jason Musa. Both have a very similar build. The one difference is, I believe, that Scuderi has the right-hand shot. No icing as Waterfield to win the race to it in the corner on that far side wall. To a side work there as Waterfield's joined by Will Dozian. Dozian, the Princeton commit, joined by a Yale commit in Waterfield as Dozian backs it out to the point for Kawasha near side. Stout's shot goes wide of the goal and finds its way to Kawasha on the far side wall. Held there for a moment by the Rough Riders and sent down the length of the ice as John Stout hustles back after it. He's joined there by Bosco for the Rough Riders, not to be confused with Rico Bosco. That's David Bosco for the Rough Riders as the Capitals will send it all the way down. It'll be icing on Madison. David Bosco, the third-round pick in the Phase 1 draft last year, so 2024 32nd overall by this Rough Riders squad. It was their second pick in the draft as they had tendered a player prior. Of course, forfeiting their first-round pick at that point. A face-off in the offensive zone will be a returner, Cole Heil. 15 points last year in 59 games for this Rough Riders squad. A turnover by Stout allows a chance out front. Van Don as Max Ryder can start back the other way for Madison. Ryder on the far side, half wall, takes it down into the corner. Poked free there for a moment as it pops free to the near side. The Rough Riders able to clear out to neutral ice. Eventually, they did have to battle through the stick, that time of Gustav's Griba, as Griba lifts his stick, and now Reihardt's Griba. Reihardt's into the offensive zone. Reihardt's unable to gather possession for the Capitals and maintain it for a long period as O'Donoghue now to the middle, turned over. Gertis sends it right back where it came from. O'Donoghue feeds it over to Hiles, now up the line for Siomos. Siomos takes it down, a shot hits the crest on the chest of Cash Cruitt. 1:55 into period number 2. Our score 1-0 favoring the Rough Riders. Shots on goal 9-3 favor Cedar Rapids. They adjusted the total here in the arena to the online total of 8-3 through 1. Of course, that being the first shot here in period number 2 for Cedar Rapids. Face off on the near side to the left of Cruitt. It's Witala and Blanchard. Hold them up, points. Witala's kicked out of the draw. Face off to come once again. Varala will step into the circle as the face-off's won to the wall by the Rough Riders. Up at the line, chasing down low is Piercy, rung around the kick plate there for a moment. Picked up by Amasimi. Amasimi down low, working against 2 Caps players. A third Rough Rider joins the party. That's Blanchard. He gets in possession for a moment before Gertis able to grab it from Madison. Snee up the far side wall, chips it down in deep. No icing on the play as Young went to play the body. Young with 2 minor penalties in the first period, but neither team able to strike on the power play. Cooper Snee deep inside the offensive zone. Will chase after it on the near side. Plays it up to the high slot. No one was home for Madison. Witala all the way down in. Witala plays things back into the offensive zone for a moment before Cedar Rapids sends it all the way down in deep. Deep there is Baird Gaidos. Baird Gaidos pokes it free. Lands on the stick of a Rough Rider. It's a shot from Mikel. Deflected wide. I think Cruitt got a blocker on it. Blanchard with a shot blocked along the way by Cooper Snee. Snee with the fight last night. And tonight blocking a shot there. Knowing at this point of the year, the coaching staff, the hockey operations staff, doing just about everything they can and watching just about everything they can. So that extra effort in the defensive zone for anybody can go a long way on making that roster. 80% of the players on the Capitals preseason roster are going to make the team's roster at the Fall Classic. The problem is that 20% does exist, and these players know that they're battling for roster spots as Caleb Pitsley on that far side plays to the middle. Buckberger plays it down and out towards neutral ice. It's Bergeson deflecting it down in deep. Chasing after it there was Pitsley before it's turned over and into the offensive zone. A transition ahead as it's gloved down by Cruitt, who holds on for a whistle. 16:32 remains in this second period. 1-0 the score as a face-off on the far side to the right of Cruitt in goal. Coming momentarily, Ernst and his unit remains out there for Madison. Joined on the other side by Nicky Romeo in the circle. Hold him up, boys. Kick down to the circle there was Romeo. Romeo not listed as the center of this unit on the line chart. It's actually listed as Grant Young, but Scuderi's the one that goes in to take the draw. Bergeson on the near side, plays it off the window into the offensive zone. Offside are Madison as Jackson Ernst gets sent to his rear. Dexter Brooks doesn't like it. Brooksy played half the season last season for the Caps and was 2 penalty minutes away from leading the team in PIMS. Faceoff will come just outside the offensive zone. Buckberger and Brooks, the two getting in there with the player who took down Ernst after the whistle. I didn't quite see who the player was for Cedar Rapids. Obviously the arm number's a huge part of a game jersey where broadcasters can see the players right now. Cedar Rapids not wearing their game jerseys at this point of the season. Of course, I believe they have about 40 kids in camp by looking at their roster on the USHL's website and just seeing the amount of players who have played in back-to-back games at neutral ice. Cedar Rapids able to get things moving into the offensive zone. Maybe not enough game jerseys. I know the Caps I don't know if 40 game jerseys are in Bob Suter's Legacy 20 Arena. You can only carry 24 players during the regular season. Having double the amount seems a bit over the top, so I can understand why they're wearing the practice jerseys. Down low, Dozhin slammed up against the wall. He'll battle there for a moment. Taken over by Musa. Musa starts up, ice up that far side, and through neutral he comes on the stick of Simon. Simon drops over to Bosco. Musa's shot saved by Cruitt. Kicked into the corner by the goaltender as Cruitt comes to the near side. On possession on the near side of the Rough Riders. Played to the line for Miner. Miner's shot scored! Mason Miner's second of the preseason extends the Rough Rider lead to 2. 15:26 to go in the second period. 10 extra shots on goal through the first 25 minutes of action do the Rough Riders have on the Capitals. Kind of seen here at that point. More shots on goal, more chances for pucks to get into the back of the net. I believe Cash Cruitt was screened on that one. Miner with a great shot last night finds one there as well. The Minnesota State commit picks up his second goal of the preseason and doubles the Rough Rider lead. Face-off at center ice is won by Cedar Rapids on the near side, taken into the offensive zone by the Rough Riders down in deep up the near side. Now the Capitals trying to gather things as the goal announced here in the arena. Played to the line for Siomos. It's Bosco with the assist. They announced a second one as well. I couldn't quite hear it as Rihards Griva feeds it up ahead for Cal Schur into the offensive zone. Down low it goes and picked up there by Cameron. Cameron has it poked off his stick though on that far side as Rihards Griva will play over to his brother Gustavs in the corner. Gustavs plays off the end wall. Baird Gaidos thought that the play was going to manufacture on the near side, so he had just left his post on that far. As through neutral now, Cedar Rapids turning things over to the Capitals. Gustavs gathering things right back for Madison. Gustavs through neutral ice now, sidesteps a Rough Rider player and drops back for John Stout into the offensive zone. Now Stout looking for options, plays it off the end wall far side for Ville Varala. Varala down low, up against the wall to a side work there. 14-13 to go in this second period. Shots on goal 13-3, but a chance out front for the Capitals. Rebound slammed wide as well as Vitala, Snee, and Varala fighting their way towards the goal, and a couple of shots there as another one comes, a blocker saved by Cameron. Gertis shot saved along the way by the midsection of Cameron. Couple of shots on goal there for Madison, but it's a goal from Mason Miner is the difference so far in period number 2. Our score 2-0, Cedar Rapids in the lead.
When I'm hungry for the great steak of Texas, I always go to the Texas Roadhouse.
Folks like Willie love Texas Roadhouse for our famous hand-cut steaks, each one grilled to perfection to lock in the flavor and juices for that unmistakable Texas Roadhouse taste.
If you're ready for a good night of fun and partying, go to the Texas Roadhouse. They know how to do it right.
With a mouth-watering taste you'll want again and again. Only remember,
if it doesn't say Texas, it's not Texas Roadhouse.
Underway here in Cedar Rapids as the face-off one inside the defensive zone by the Rough Riders. Played to the middle, a nice chip shot there by Cooper Snee as he'll take it into the offensive zone now for Madison. The Providence commit powers his way towards the goal. Went backhand, forehand, short side, unable to find Twine. Not unable to find the 4x6 cage either. I don't think Ryan Cameron had to get a piece of it as he just went wide. Turned over by Gertis into the offensive zone, far side. A pass broken up there by Buckberger as the Rough Riders maintain in the offensive zone. Shot whips wide from the point. That time from Pierce. He never went towards goal as it's deflected all the way down. Icing on Madison. 13 10 to go here in this second period of play. 2-0 the score. Madison did collect 2 shots on goal in that little rush right before the media timeout. Caps really could use something offensively here in this one. Just to try to get things moving in the right direction. Face-off will be on the near side to the left to Cash Cruitt in goal. It'll be Uitala's unit for Madison. On the other side, it's Young winning the draw back at the line. Mikel shot blocked into the corner. Far side, quick shot comes from the player in Nick Romeo. Holding the lines, Mikel once again. Scuderi on the half wall, a toe drag, his shot goes wide. Buchberger tries to clear up that far side wall. He's able to get it toward the blue line, but not out of the zone. Mikel holds once again. Scuderi to the middle, up top now, and the Rough Riders clear their own end for themselves as Mikel up the near side wall deflects that one down in deep. Gertis will hustle back after it. 12:35 to go here, period number 2. 2-0 our scores. It's kicked around a bit. Scuderi now on it. Scuderi gets around one Capitals player. The Caps try to clear. It lands on the stick of the defenseman that time as the Capitals trying to sneak behind the defense was Caleb Pitchley, and eventually it's just cleared down the length of the ice by Ville Varala as the Caps will have to maintain the same 5 players out there as Uitala will head back out onto the ice on that far side. Varala, Uitala, and Pitchley. Tired legs out there for Madison. Hopefully that media timeout the Caps took to good use as the face-off on the far side, one back by Uitala. Hopefully the Caps can take advantage of this as Jason Musa with some heavy speed up that far side wall, but the Caps are able to chip it down in. Pitchley puts some pressure on to allow his buddies to go make a change. Icing would have been on Cedar Rapids, but they beat the Caps to the hash marks as Gertis the only one unable to make a change. Near side, played down to the corner by Huff. Huff up that far side wall. Plays down into the corner now and eventually taken back over by Bosco. Bosco up against the wall to his side work there, and eventually the Caps come free with it. Ernst on the near side forces his way to the middle. Offside or Madison. 11:37 remains in the second. 2-0 the score. Shots on goal favoring the Rough Riders. 13-5 as they lead this one. Nearing the halfway point of period number 2 at the media timeout. Coming up here in a moment, we know there will be a goaltending change on the Capitals end. Brady Cry has his helmet on. He's ready to rip. I would guess that the goalie change is coming on the other end as well. It looks like Joseph Skidmore does have his helmet ready to go. He spent last season at Little Caesars, actually played in the national championship game at Bob Suter's Legacy 20 Arena. Did Skidmore as deep inside the defensive zone. The Caps on it. It's Brooks backhanding it up the near side wall for Bergeson. Bergeson can start up ice now as into the offensive zone. Well offside are Madison. And they're going to take it right outside the offensive zone. 11:10 to go in this second period. 2-0 the score. Cedar Rapids in the lead with a pair of goals from their second pair of defense, Hawk Huff and Mason Miner. Huff, it's his preseason debut, but Mason Miner had a goal last night as well. As the Rough Riders with the lead here at home, 2-0. Mentioned the Caps won 9-3 last night. A big hit there by Nevers. A couple of shots thrown at Will Dojan. Dojan wasn't the one that hit you, buddy. Faceoff will come just outside the defensive end momentarily. Cole Hiles at the faceoff dot. Hiles with a couple of words for Dojan still. Hold them up, boys. No one kicked out of the draw, but nobody was able to get play underway until the linesman finally did drop it. A player loses an edge for Cedar Rapids, and that sparks something for Madison back towards neutral ice. Nice job by Cal Scher to put some pressure on, and Nevers with another big hit. Hiles wants to go with Nevers as Nevers makes him laugh a little bit. He'll head to the bench after 2 big hits on that little shift for Jackson Nevers up the near side. Goes all the way down. Dexter Brooks will be the first one to it. O'Donohue chases after Brooks into the corner. Up the near side now, Cal Scher. Far side, Brooks into the offensive zone. Dexter Brooks powering his way towards the goal. He's taken down. No call will come from it. Grant Hendricks only calling 3 penalties tonight so far, 2 of them on Carson Young, the other on Jackson Nevers. Poked off the stick that time of Jason Musa. Musa actually kicks it up ahead for Max Ryder. Ryder chases after it into the offensive zone, battling with Mikel. Mikel plays to the corner there, and Stout sends it right back where it came from. Rehards Grieva down in the corner, up that far side wall, taken out to neutral ice. Ryder takes some pressure off of a Cedar Rapids player's stick and allows Madison to send it right back into the offensive zone. Covers over that one, does Ryan Cameron, and we'll send it to break. Here I'd assume not the case at the moment, actually. Sure enough, they do have the horn go. Both teams' goaltenders will make a swap here at the media timeout. You're listening to Capitals Hockey on the Capitals Broadcast Network.
Some take shortcuts, but at Longhorn Steakhouse, we do steak the right way. Fresh, never frozen, expertly seasoned, and grilled to perfection. Because you deserve nothing less. Steak done right every time. Longhorn Steakhouse, waiting for you today over by Westtown Mall in Madison.
Dear Rocky Roads, the 2025 Toyota Tacoma doesn't flinch. Rugged twists? Been there. Rutted turns? Done that. With tons of top tech and rock-solid resilience, Tacoma is tougher than any terrain. And when the dust settles, Tacoma's legendary resale value means confidence for the road ahead. Find your Tacoma at Toyota.com or visit your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places.
Offensive zone draw for the Capitals here as Brady Cry and Joe Skidmore enter the game. Skidmore with a 1.79 and goals against average and a .929 save percentage at Little Caesars. 16U will be the goaltender for Cedar Rapids. For Madison, it's Brady Cry, had a 2.00 goals against average and a .916 save percentage to his name in 30 games played for the 18U team at North Star Christian Academy. Deep inside the offensive zone, the Capitals unable to win the draw. Varala tries to hold the line. Sneed tries to keep things going the right direction. Instead, though, it's Cedar Rapids into the offensive end. Deep inside their arena here on the right end of the ice. It's Vitala playing over to the near side. Varala into the offensive zone, has Kawaja with him, finds him. Kawaja tried to feed it back door for Sneed, maybe trying to make one too many passes on the rush. As Cedar Rapids will play all the way down. No icing will be on the play as the first one to it is Cooper Simon. Simon played over to the near side. Simon played last season with Brookfield High School, just outside of Milwaukee, of course. Brookfield lost in the state semifinals at Bob Suter's Legacy 20 Arena. He's playing in back-to-back games for the Rough Riders. On the near side, it's Huff who scored the game's opening goal back in the first. Musa goes for the Michigan and gets stopped by the post. And out to neutral ice it goes for a moment deep inside. Musa will chase after it, but he's beaten to it by Jet Kawaja. Near side, Capitals send it to the far. Offside are the Capitals. Cooper Snee watched it go by as the Capitals have to go touch up through neutral ice now into the offensive zone. Poked around a bit, held at the line by the Rough Rider defense in Mason Minor. 2 goals in the preseason already to his name. Hawk Huff keeps possession for the Rough Riders, unable to hold the zone as the Rough Riders right back in on it. Backdoor feed, and they score. It's Grant Young making it 3-0 Rough Riders. A nice play at neutral ice to spark things up. A backdoor feed, nothing that Brady Cry could do about that one. And the Caps trail by 3. Only 2 shots on goal in this second period of play so far for the Caps, to the 6 on the Rough Riders side. Obviously, you're always more likely to succeed at home just in your routine. The Rough Riders do dress a team tonight that looks a lot more like one I could see the Rough Riders playing come the Fall Classic this evening. A lot more of those numbers that you see typically. You see a lot more returners in the lineup tonight for Cedar Rapids, including Grant Young, who scored that last goal. Ferguson feeds it up ahead. Gertis turns that one over. Obviously, though, it's the preseason. last night I said the same thing when the Capitals won 9-3. And talking with associate head coach Tom Gilbert today, a nice save by Cry deep inside the defensive zone. Going cross-ice feeds inside the Caps defensive end. Definitely a too many men call. Could have played there, and now they say offside. There's about 7 guys just outside the Rough Rider bench, half on and half off. As the Capitals here today trail 3-0 for the Cedar Rapids Rough Riders. Shots on goal 16-5 in favor of Cedar Rapids. Up the near side window, the Capitals play things. Kalsher gets things towards the middle as Brooks feeds up ahead for Nevers, a bit too far in front of the Edina Minnesota native, and it's taken over by Cedar Rapids, and they'll come back the other way. Blanchard feeds it into the corner. Amasibi beats the Caps to it in the corner. Nevers up that far side. He'll play off the window out towards neutral ice. Unable to find it, though, as he'll step down for a moment. Out towards neutral ice come the Capitals. It would have been a great rush. It would have been a 2-on-1. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. Doesn't matter as the chance actually comes in their defensive zone. Cedar Rapids with a chance. It was Amasibi trying to beat Brady Cry. And a nice hustle there by Drew Wanderfield to negate icing in the offensive zone. Plays to the middle for Ryder. Backtracks out top to Gustavs Griva. Ryder plays there for Griva once again. Griva takes it up top for Fry. Fry on the blue line, sends it towards the goal, deflected wide. Up into the net. It goes for a moment, the back of the net, I should say, not into the net. As on the near side, the Capitals trying to keep things in the offensive zone. It's Rehards Griva doing so. Ryder looking for options. Tried to feed it right back where it came from in Rehards Griva. And Amasibi intercepts that one and will play it down in deep. Will the player in Justin Graff. Graff turns it down in deep as the Capitals will take it into the offensive zone. Ryder leaves there for Rehards Griva. Ryder's shot whips wide. Koasia on the far side plays down low for Gustavs. Gustavs unable to hold on to possession. It comes to the near side. A hit down in the corner there by Ryder. Ryder looks like he might want to go. As they do, they're going to start chucking him behind the goal. Max Ryder with 5 points last night in the 9-3 victory, going with Cornelia here tonight. Giving him a couple of laps. This is the third fight of the weekend as Ryder giving it to him with the right there. Ryder looks like he has good positioning and takes him down. That's the first fight Max Ryder's been a part of, and it comes here in the preseason. He'll be done until about halfway through the third period, as will Cornelia, who makes his way down the tunnel. Maybe that's the spark the Caps needed. Ryder, from my angle, looked like he got the better of Cornelia. Standing in a weird position, so maybe Cedar Rapids thought they had him. 3 fights in 2 preseason games. As Gustavs Griva going through the door on the side of the bench to get back to the bench. Small benches here in Cedar Rapids. Face-off, I believe, will come in the offensive zone, if I'm not mistaken, as they try to get the pegs back on. 5:42 remains in this second period. Trying to find exactly where it is. We're going to take a break as the ice crew comes on here at I'm on Ice. You're listening to Capitals Hockey on the Capitals Broadcast Network.
Ready to score your next big career move? Join the winning team at Fristum Pumps right here in Middleton. We build the pumps behind the world's top brands in food, beverage, and pharmaceutical, and we're growing fast. With excellent benefits including up to $15,000 extra in profit sharing a year and a people-first culture, it's more than just a job. It's a power play for your future. Bring your drive, bring your dedication, help build what powers the world. Middleton made, globally trusted. Apply today at fristum.com/careers and take your shot. Hey Cats fans, this season reading pays off. It's our Stick to Reading program. Kids who read just 3 books earn a free ticket to any Sunday home game of their choice. That's right, read 3, get in free. Families can join the fun with discounted tickets too. Visit madcapshockey.com to secure your tickets today. Stick to reading, because great readers make great fans.
When I'm hungry for the great steak of Texas, I always go to the Texas Roadhouse.
Folks like Willie love Texas Roadhouse for our famous hand-cut steaks, each one grilled to perfection to lock in the flavor and juices for that unmistakable Texas Roadhouse taste.
If you're ready for a good night of fun and partying, go to the Texas Roadhouse. They know how to do it right.
With a mouth-watering taste you'll want again and again. Only remember,
If it doesn't say Texas, it's not Texas Roadhouse.
Crew here in Cedar Rapids works on the moorings on the Capitals' offensive end as they took the net off with the fight just to make sure that no one was falling into the net or could seriously hurt themselves in that way. You don't want to fight to turn into more injuries or anything like that. The faceoff will be in the offensive zone when play does resume as the arena's crew here works with the linesman. Skidmore looks over, trying to get the A-OK as they do get the stanchion, or the mooring in, pardon. The stanchion's obviously on the glass. They get the moorings in. The arena crew, I wonder if they're going to try to go all the way down and take their time. Looks like half of the crew will go off that way. So we'll have to wait approximately another 10 seconds for that to happen. I think 10's probably giving them credit here. No hustle at all. Taking their time. Obviously, ice can be slippery. Getting the job done on the ice crew. And they're off the ice on the corner, so they got to get the boards back latched up and ready to go. It'll be Dojin, Snee, and Witala for the Caps. Baird, Gaidos, and Stout join them out there. 5:42 remains in the second. The Caps trail 3-0. Is the fight the momentum that the Caps needed? Is down into the offensive zone. They unable to grab that faceoff. Is into the offensive end. The other way comes Cedar Rapids down in deep. Cornelia and Ryder both 5 and 10, so you will see him again tonight. As up that far side, Dojin sends it down in deep. Skidmore will settle things down for a moment up that far side. Able to hold the line is going to be John Stout. He'll backhand it down to the corner. A lot of the Caps had evacuated the offensive zone, though, as Baird Gaidos tries to hold the line. He holds the line for a moment, but Hiles picks up the slack. A shot saved by Cry. He'll hold on for a whistle. 5:02 to go in this second period. John Stout takes a look at Mason Miner, says, hey, we're not going to do that sort of thing. Face-off were made in the defensive end. Mason Miner, Wayzata, Minnesota. John Stout, Minnetonka, Minnesota. I'd take a wild guess. They have some history that goes back to high school even. There's a face-off in the defensive zone on the far side to the right of Cry. Musa wins the draw back, but so cleanly it splits the defense and goes out to neutral ice. Mentz will send it down in deep, but it'll be Brady Cry there to settle it down for the Capitals as the Caps start up ice now. Grivo leaves there up ahead. It was rather Ernst leaving as it goes down in deep where it's Cry trying to backhand it along the wall. Unable to really get any umph on that, though, as it doesn't escape the zone, and it never really got to a Capitals player as well. Buckberger plays the body, plays ahead now for Pitsley. Pitsley played to the middle for Ernst, and Ernst turns it over at neutral ice. Up the near side, there for it, Gertis. Gertis looks around for a moment, plays up ahead for Ernst. Ernst looks for options and plays to Bergeson into the offensive zone. Pitsley in the high slot, a shot saved there by Skidmore, who holds on for a whistle. 4:15 to go in the second. Rough Riders still lead by 3. Shots on goal, 18-6. Triple of what the Caps have do the Rough Riders have on goal tonight. Probably part of the reason they have 3 more goals than the Caps as well. Face-off on the far side. It's Nevers' unit out there. Kalsher joins Waterfield And Nev's out there is deep inside the defensive zone of the Rough Riders. Piercy able to secure that face-off win for Cedar Rapids. Out at neutral ice, Madison hops back on it on the form of Dexter Brooks. He sends it down in deep. Hustling after it's Nevers. Nevers throws a reverse hit into a player and plays up top for Fry. Fry throws it down into the corner. It never gets to the corner, though, as back the other way comes Amos Seaby. Amos Seaby looking for option, sends it towards the goal, kicked into the corner, poked around a bit, and Amos Seaby has it behind the goal before it's taken over by Dex Brooks again. Brooks feeds it out to neutral ice where Kalsher has it for a moment. Out front now, Kalsher up in the air. Waterfield takes a hack at it. The backhand baseball bat swing goes wide of the goal. We just went over the cage. Maybe it would have been a high stick. They say no. It's a turnover from Brooks. Amos Seaby, a shot saved by Cry. And back inside the defensive zone, Madison hustles after it for a moment, realizing it's not going to go all the way down for an icing. The forwards will go and get a change. 3:13 to go in this second period of play. 3-0 the score, as through neutral ice now, back the other way comes Cedar Rapids, taken over by Bergeson. Bergeson leaves it, though, for Scuderi, and Scuderi into the offensive zone by way of Romeo. Scuderi loses it. Nice backhand feed by the Capitals. Potential 2-on-1 upcoming between the German twins and the Grivas, I should say, are German, so I guess it's not incorrect as Skidmore has this one go by up the near side wall. Gustavs plays to the middle, hits a foot along the way, and now it's Romeo all alone behind the defense, goes off the back bar, and Christ scrambles for it. They say no goal. Wonder if they'll take it to replay here, though. There's a face-off upcoming in the defensive zone. Cedar Rapids doesn't look like they're trying to look at an iPad. They do now. One of the two assistant coaches looks like they were looking at an iPad for a moment. A broken twig. Is what the delay was there, so they remain with that call on the ice that it's no goal as the faceoff's won inside the defensive zone by Coasia, and he'll backhand it all the way down, icing on Madison. So 2:22 remains in the second, 3-0 the score. Cedar Rapids in the lead. Shots on goal favor the Rough Riders 20-6. The faceoff in the defensive zone will be to the left of Cry and goal. Brady Cry here in his preseason debut. Cash Cruitt played in his preseason debut today as well. Cruitt allowed 2 goals. Cry already won. Cruitt went 13 of 15, is on the near side. Snee had a chance, just lost possession of it, as down in the corner the Capitals battle up against the wall. Dojan buries a body up against the wall there for a moment. Puck pops free over to Cole Hiles, who will start up ice now. Hiles through neutral, over to the far side, in the offensive zone offside are the Rough Riders, as the Capitals would have been able to transition back the other way on the stick of Jack Coasia awfully quick, but the Rough Riders touched up just inside their offensive zone. 1:56 to go in this second period. 3-0 the score. Face-off just outside the Rough Rider bench opposite us here in the press box at I'm On Ice Arena. Into the offensive zone on the near side, it's Mikel. Mikel with a sharp angle shot. Ramps up to the point for a moment. A shot from Mentz. Glove down by Heil. Rather, Heil. It's Cry. Heil's not even dressed tonight. He is in the building. Played all last night's game, so he has tonight off. We'll have next weekend off as well at NHL rookie camp. Face-off, one back into the corner. Rung around the near side wall for Bergeson as Bergeson surveys the field of play. Plays it off the window nicely to Jackson Ernst. Ernst loses it. A nice job by Mentz to poke that one free as Mikel, one of the returning defensemen for this Rough Rider squad, plays over to Mentz. Mentz has it in his feet. Bergeson realizes it, and now Gertis at the point feeds over to the far side for Baird Gaidos. Baird Gaidos' shot finds its way into the gut of Skidmore, who holds for a whistle. Ernst smiles a little bit at Mikel. There's a face-off in the offensive zone upcoming. Beyond the near side to the right of Skidmore in goal. Caps have the unit of Nevers, Kelcher, and Waterfield out there. Max Ryder, if you're just joining us, got into a fight earlier on in the period with Thomas Cornelia. It's a face-off won back by the Capitals. Caps did dress an extra forward tonight, so last night I think maybe the Caps learned their lesson. They didn't want to go with 11 forwards in a preseason game throughout this most of it. Is the net did pop off. I don't think that the referee realized it. No change is going to be allowed for Madison. With a minute even to go in the second. 3-0 the score, Rough Riders in the lead. Goals in this one from Huff, Minor, and Young in that order. Both teams on their second goaltender of the night. The face-off in the defensive zone upcoming for Madison. One back by the Rough Riders. Kelcher blocks the shot, and on the near side, Madison hops on it. Nevers avoids the body check and plays up ahead. Waterfield was pushed into the offensive zone. Andy Brandt doesn't like the no call of interference because it would have been an offensive zone chance for the Caps. The linesman blows it dead. Linesman says, I'm just doing my job. He was offside. Andy Brandt doesn't like the no call as Waterfield was wrestled into the offensive zone, so he was the player offside. Varela puts some pressure on right away as Siomos able to clear the zone for the Rough Riders right after they were able to win the defensive zone draw. Up that far side, a nice job by Dojan, gets it over to Witala on that far side wall. Witala turns it over, though, and back the other way comes Cedar Rapids. Scuderi into the offensive zone. Plays there for a moment, almost got it back. Feeds it to the far side. Does the player in Cedar Rapids in Nicky Romeo. Unable to grab too much, though, where the Caps is back at neutral ice. It's the Rough Riders into the offensive zone. Looked like they were offside, and I think they realized they were offside a little late, as on the near side, Buckberger jumps up into the play offensively. Bucky down in the near side corner, takes it beneath the goal line, tries to feed it up top, unable to find him, but does take it down low at the end of period number 2. Our score sits at 3-0. Cedar Rapids with the trio of goals, 2 in this second period to ramp things up in the middle frame for tonight's contest. We'll be back with the Play It Again Sports Intermission Report. It's Capitals Hockey on the Capitals Broadcast Network.
For 35 years, AmeriPrint Apparel in Sun Prairie has been the one-stop shop for all your custom printing needs. Getting started is easy. Visit AmeriPrintApparel.com to browse through all our offerings and let us know how you need it customized. You can also give us a call or stop in. And if you need an individually customized online store, we offer them at no charge to you. Then our team will get to work and make your custom products a reality. AmeriPrint Apparel, your logos done right, done local.
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 93% rate. Adam Fox.
Fox breaks to the net and scores!
Jake Ottinger.
Save of his life for Jake Ottinger.
Kyle Connor.
Kyle Connor shoots and he scores!
Stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you're a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow at College Hockey.
Breaking news. The Madison Capitals have invented freedom. That's right, Flex Plans. You pick the games, you pick the seats, and you save money while looking like a hockey genius. Want to come Friday? Boom. Sunday? Done. Bring grandma? She's in. Flex Plans are the choose-your-own-adventure of hockey tickets. Score yours now at tickets.madcapshockey.com before they disappear faster than free hot dogs. Ready to score your next big career move? Join the winning team at Friston Pumps right here in Middleton. We build the pumps behind the world's top brands in food, beverage, and pharmaceutical, and we're growing fast. With excellent benefits including up to $15,000 extra in profit sharing a year and a people-first culture, it's more than just a job. It's a power play for your future. Bring your drive, bring your dedication, help build what powers the world. Middleton made, globally trusted. Apply today at fristam.com/careers and take your shot.
Bring the squad, the co-workers, the bowling team, or your entire extended family because Capitals hockey is better together. With group tickets, everyone saves, everyone cheers, and everyone looks like a genius for showing up. Want to take it up a notch? Suites, private space, great views, food, drinks. It's like hockey VIP but with more fun. Groups and suites are going fast, so rally your crew and lock in today at madcapshockey.com.
Some take shortcuts, but at Longhorn Steakhouse, we do steak the right way. Fresh, never frozen, expertly seasoned, and grilled to perfection. Because you deserve nothing less. Steak done right every time. Longhorn Steakhouse, waiting for you today over by Westtown Mall in Madison. Don't wait until mosquitoes and ticks show up. Beat them to it with Mosquito Joe of Madison. Locally owned and operated, we deliver trusted pest control that protects your family and pets. Get a jump start this winter so your yard is ready when summer arrives. Mosquito Joe of Madison, outside is fun again.
Fans, Play It Again Sports is your go-to store for all your sports gear needs. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade in your gently used equipment, they've got you covered. You'll find top brands at unbeatable prices. Keep your gear fresh, your game strong, and your wallet happy. Stop by Play It Again Sports after the game and get everything you need to play your best.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dogs wearing sweaters, have we got news for you. Single game tickets for your Madison Capitals are on sale now. Pick a night, pick your crew, and boom, you're in. One ticket gets you goals, hits, laps, and maybe even a ride on the Zamboni. Single game tickets, the most fun you can legally have on ice. Snag yours today at tickets.madcapshockey.com. Hey Cats fans, this season reading pays off. It's our Stick to Reading program. Kids who read just 3 books earn a free ticket to any Sunday home game of their choice. That's right, read 3, get in free. Families can join the fun with discounted tickets too. Visit madcapshockey.com to secure your tickets today. Stick to reading, because great readers make great fans.
When I'm hungry for the great steak of Texas, I always go to the Texas Roadhouse.
Folks like Willie love Texas Roadhouse for our famous hand-cut steaks, each one grilled to perfection to lock in the flavor and juices for that unmistakable Texas Roadhouse taste.
If you're ready for a good night of fun and partying, go to the Texas Roadhouse. They know how to do it right.
With a mouth-watering taste you'll want again and again. Only remember,
if it doesn't say Texas, it's not Texas Roadhouse.
Play It Again Sports Intermission Report here on the Capitals Broadcast Network. Thanks for joining us tonight. If you're listening on YouTube, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like, comment, do all that fun stuff. As we always appreciate the extra love there on social media. Capitals trail 3-0 in this one to the Cedar Rapids Rough Riders on the road tonight in preseason game number 2. Let's get to our goal scoring summary here in this one. Hawk Huff got the scoring started 14:43 into period number 1. Can start up ice. He loses possession out front. A chance now for the Rough Riders. A shot and a goal. It's Hawk Huff scoring for Cedar Rapids. Hawk Huff's first of the preseason there from Braden Scuderi at the 14:43 mark of period number 1. The Rough Riders took that 1-goal lead into intermission number 1. And in the second, Mason Miner found his second of the preseason. On possession on the near side of the Rough Riders, played to the line for Miner. Miner's shot, scored! Mason Miner's second of the preseason extends the Rough Rider lead to 2. Cedar Rapids had the 2-goal lead at the 4:33 mark of period number 2. That Miner tally was assisted by David Bosco and Joe Mentz, both of their first points of the preseason. Grant Young, in his preseason debut, found himself on the scoreboard. 11:47 into that second period of play. keeps possession for the Rough Riders, unable to hold the zone as the Rough Riders right back in on it. Backdoor feed, and they score. It's Grant Young making it 3-0 Rough Riders. That Young tally came against Brady Cry. Cash Cruitt's night came to an end at the halfway point of period number 2, as did Ryan Cameron. Ryan Cameron ended that period of playing in goal 5 for 5 tonight. Capitals really just not getting a ton towards the goal here this evening. Cash Cruitt ends his night 13 of 15 in goal. Brady Cry 2 for 3 in goal to this point, as Cedar Rapids with the 3-goal lead. Both teams 0 for on the power play tonight. Madison 0 for 2, Cedar Rapids 0 for 1. As we send it to break. When we come back, we'll get your out-of-town scoreboard. It's Capitals hockey on the Capitals Broadcast Network and the Play It Again Sports Intermission Report.
For 35 years, AmeriPrint Apparel in Sun Prairie has been the one-stop shop for all your custom printing needs. Getting started is easy. Visit AmeriPrintApparel.com to browse through all our offerings and let us know how you need it customized. You can also give us a call or stop in. And if you need an individually customized online store, we offer them at no charge to you. Then our team will get to work and make your custom products a reality. AmeriPrint Apparel, your logos done right, done local.
Breaking news. The Madison Capitals have invented freedom. That's right, Flex Plans. You pick the games, you pick the seats, and you save money while looking like a hockey genius. Want to come Friday? Boom. Sunday? Done. Bring grandma? She's in. Flex Plans are the choose-your-own-adventure of hockey tickets. Score yours now at tickets.madcapshockey.com before they disappear faster than free hot dogs. Ready to score your next big career move? Join the winning team at Friston Pumps right here in Middleton. We build the pumps behind the world's top brands in food, beverage, and pharmaceutical, and we're growing fast. With excellent benefits including up to $15,000 extra in profit sharing a year and a people-first culture, it's more than just a job. It's a power play for your future. Bring your drive, bring your dedication, help build what powers the world. Middleton made, globally trusted. Apply today at friston.com/careers and take your shot.
Bring the squad, the co-workers, the bowling team, or your entire extended family, because Capitals hockey is better together. With group tickets, everyone saves, everyone cheers, and everyone looks like a genius for showing up. Want to take it up a notch? Suites, private space, great views, food, drinks. It's like hockey VIP, but with more fun. Groups and suites are going fast, so rally your crew and lock in today at madcapshockey.com.
Intermission number 2 here in Cedar Rapids. The Rough Riders in control 3-0 at the break. Let's look around the league at scores that have happened earlier today or are currently happening. Fargo took down Omaha 4-1, even though Omaha outshot them by 9, 27-18. Fargo improves to 3-0 on the preseason. Youngstown forces a series split in Canonsburg today, 7-1. The Phantoms take down Muskegon there in that one. 5-4 in a shootout. Des Moines beats Tri-City 4-3. Sioux City is trailing to Sioux Falls at home at the moment at the end of period number 2. And all squared up 4-4 in Geneva as the Chicago Steele facing off against the Dubuque Fighting Saints there in the last season in Geneva for the Chicago Steele before they moved to Fifth Third Arena downtown Chicago, right by the United Center there. We're going to send it to another break. When we come back, we'll have the Director of Scouting for the Madison Capitals, Justin Friedman, on. You're listening to Capitals Hockey on Flow Hockey, the Capitals Radio Network, and on the Play It Again Sports Intermission Report.
For 35 years, AmeriPrint Apparel in Sun Prairie has been the one-stop shop for all your custom printing needs. Getting started is easy. Visit AmeriPrintApparel.com to browse through all our offerings and let us know how you need it customized. You can also give us a call or stop in. And if you need an individually customized online store, we offer them at no charge to you. Then our team will get to work and make your custom products a reality. AmeriPrint Apparel, your logos done right, Done local.
Breaking news. The Madison Capitals have invented freedom. That's right, flex plans. You pick the games, you pick the seats, and you save money while looking like a hockey genius. Want to come Friday? Boom. Sunday? Done. Bring grandma? She's in. Flex plans are the choose-your-own-adventure of hockey tickets. Score yours now at tickets.madcapshockey.com before they disappear faster than free hot dogs. Ready to score your next big career move? Join the winning team at Friston Pumps right here in Middleton. We build the pumps behind the world's top brands in food, beverage, and pharmaceutical, and we're growing fast. With excellent benefits including up to $15,000 extra in profit sharing a year and a people-first culture, it's more than just a job. It's a power play for your future. Bring your drive, bring your dedication, help build what powers the world. Middleton made, globally trusted. Apply today at friston.com/careers and take your shot.
Bring the squad, the co-workers, the bowling team, or your entire extended family because Capitals hockey is better together. With group tickets, everyone saves, everyone cheers, and everyone looks like a genius for showing up. Want to take it up a notch? Suites, private space, great views, food, drinks. It's like hockey VIP but with more fun. Groups and suites are going fast, so rally your crew and lock in today at madcapshockey.com.
We're joined by Director of Scouting for the Madison Capitals, Justin Friedman. Freeds, how was the offseason?
Long. Saw a lot of guys this year, all the way from May through now we're into September, the season's starting, and I know we'll be in Chicago this weekend with Steele Icebreaker. I know I've got a couple teams that I've got to coach, but I'll also be in the rink watching games, so it kind of never stops. Fortunately, we were lucky enough to have Andy go out to Buffalo to watch the 2010s at the national camp, so we've got a nice little bit of head start on that, and it was busy, and it really never stops.
Yeah, you mentioned May, obviously the USHL drafts. You and the scouting department, a big piece of that, as well as the coaching staff. What were your thoughts on the draft and kind of assembling the squad we have here?
Yeah, I think we're very happy with the way things went at the 09 level. Obviously, there were two kids that were tendered, Stephen Cover and Michael Tang. Obviously, they've kind of hopefully entrenched their way in with the squad here to start because they'll be here for the whole year. And I know we're pretty excited to see some of our guys that will be playing over the course of the next weekend or 2-3 weeks actually in Pittsburgh, out in Blaine at the Blade Showcase and then the Northeast Pack. So I know we're excited to get out and see some of our affiliate guys here over the next couple weeks.
Going then from the draft, obviously the next step is the main camp, the Futures Camp. A big part of that is through our scouting department and through you. Kind of give us a brief recap on that.
Yeah, it went great. I think we were very, very pleased with what we were able to bring in Phase 2, and that's a credit to the guys that work with us here, the scouts. I know Gary Biggs I relied a lot on for Phase 2. And Gary did a really, really good job of kind of rounding all that up. And we got a couple guys that do a really good job up in Minnesota, and Dan Miller, Mike Smith, Jack Andringa was in Minnesota coming down here now. Wes Durant as well. We've got a lot of guys that we rely on, and they do a really good job for us ultimately, and they were able to help us out with that. And, we leaned on some of these guys as well to help with our Futures Camp, which I thought was the best one we've had in 2-3 years. We had probably about 12 to 14 teams worth of kids and, extremely skilled kids here. I thought almost everybody, all the kids here, AAA to caliber talent, and a lot of potential future USHL players here, which made it fun for us to be a part of it.
Going into the year, what does that look like for you? Obviously, your head's all over the place with all sorts of different gigs going on. Tell a Caps fan what all your jobs are and kind of what that regular season looks like for Justin Friedman.
Fortunately, with our staff, obviously we've got about 7 or 8 scouts that are on our side. Fortunately, I've got a couple guys that do a really good job at the Phase 2 side of it. Gary being kind of one who coordinates a lot of that. So I get a chance to kind of worry more about the younger guys. So I obviously start with the 2010s this year, which is our U15s, which will be the Phase 1 draft, which I more so than anything coordinate. And then I also get to dig into the 11s and 12s a little bit because those guys will be here for our Futures Camp. So the tournaments start this weekend, and we're going at the very least 3 trips in the first 4 to 5 weeks.
Awesome. No, it sounds like a lot of work goes throughout the year. Doesn't go unnoticed either. That's Director of Scouting, Justin Friedman. Orthopedic and Spine Centers of Wisconsin health tip of the month time, and they remind you this month to warm up and cool down. Dynamic stretches such as arm circles, high knees, and lunges prep your muscles for activity. Static stretches after activity also reduces soreness and improves flexibility. All of that helps lower the risk of strains and pulls, and that was this month's health tip of the month, thanks to our friends at Orthopedic and Spine Centers of Wisconsin.
Capitals hockey here on the Capitals Broadcast Network, on Flow Hockey, and on the Capitals YouTube page. Joined alongside by all the fans here in Cedar Rapids. Drew Steele on the call. Rough Riders with the 3-0 lead here this evening. After the Caps won 9-3 last night, the Rough Riders kept their same amount of goals to this point of the game. The Caps, they strike for 9 in the period and hold Cedar Rapids scoreless in this third period of play. It would be the same for the Caps as well. I'd be awfully surprised if that would happen. I would love it, but I just don't see 9 goals coming tonight out of the 7 shots on goal the team's gotten to this point. Center ice, the two teams will go to work, and it's a face-off. One to the near side wall by Cedar Rapids. Fry goes back for it from Madison, plays it off the near side wall. Caps will be without Max Ryder for the first 10 minutes or so of this third period of play. Same with Cornelia for Cedar Rapids as they got into a tussle about halfway through that second period of play. So it's going to be a little bit of time without the two of them. As up ice, Cedar Rapids chips things to neutral where Harper Fry takes over. He turns it over though, spun out front for a moment by the Rough Riders on that far side. Cooper Simon, pair of Wisconsin kids, getting after it on that one as Coasia plays to the middle. Coasia's shot whips wide. Kind of knuckled into the corner there. Kalsher couldn't get a piece of the chance that Coasia was originally trying to set up. It just deflected back to him. No icing on the play as we're about a minute into this third period. Cedar Rapids leads 3-0 as Stout plays up the near side wall. Dozian deflects it to the middle of the ice. No one home for Madison, so Cedar Rapids forces the Caps to start back inside their own defensive zone. Dozian plays it ahead for Stout, now to the far side for Huitala. Huitala, far side for Varala. Varala's shot kicked into the corner as he'll get possession on that half wall again. Played and held in there by Stout, down into the corner now. Rung around the wall to the near side for Dozian. Dozian back down low for Huitala. Huitala unable to maintain possession there as it had a little heat coming at him. Ramped up, and Cedar Rapids able to take advantage of it on the near side. They play it out front. A shot blocked along the way by Dozian. The Capitals start up ice up the near side. Huitala gets a deflection on it. Rather not the case. Icing on Madison, 18-16 to go in the third period. 3-0 the score. Capitals hockey here on the Capitals Broadcast Network. Aggregate right now has the Caps up 9-6 on the weekend. Of course, it's the preseason. Yes, they do keep standings, but there's no award given out for the best preseason team. I kind of like the thought of that, though. Best preseason team award is a shot blocked by Chris Baird-Gaidos' rear end. Deflects into the corner to the side work down low. Scuderi down there for Cedar Rapids. Puck pops free to the far side for Baird-Gaidos. He takes it to the near side. Up it goes for a moment before deflecting into the offensive zone. Scuderi on it. Scuderi to the middle. Blocker down there for a moment by a stick for the Capitals, and into the offensive zone comes Jackson Ernst. Ernst spins off of a stick check, leaves there. Now out front for Pitsley was Bergeson's passes. Now Gertis with a shot towards goal. 4 Minnesota players out there at the moment for the Capitals, joined by the Saskatchewan native Ronan Buchberger. 5 if you count the goaltender Brady Cry, who's the one who holds on for a whistle in the defensive zone for Madison. A face-off upcoming to the far side to the left of Brady Cry in goal. Pitsley and Hiles, the two team centermen in the circle. Face-off is tied up And eventually won forward by Madison. Titan Bergeson on it. Chips it around a defenseman, but the defenseman, Mikkel, got to it first. After that side of things is now down low. A deflection there for a moment. Up at the line, down low it goes. And into the corner, Hiles up the near side wall for Pitsley. Pitsley there from Jackson Ernst had it off of a shoulder. Held in at the line there by Westerling. A shot ramps up and out of play for the Rough Riders. Just about 3 minutes into this third period of play. 3-0 remains the score in favor of the home Cedar Rapids Rough Riders. Face off on the near side to the right of Brady Cry in goal. Gustav Skriba and Jason Musa, the two-team centermen. Face-off is tied up and one to the wall by the Capitals. Brooksy fanned on it, though. And up top it goes and into the corner for the Rough Riders as Siomos played it there. Brooks took an odd spill in the corner. There's a nice hit put on there by Harper Fry on the half wall. Richard Skriva plays up ahead for Cooper Snee. Tried to jump around the defense both sides. He would have stuck with his initial attempt to go to his right of the defenseman. It would have been great, but instead he tried to go back to the left to kind of double move him. I think the first move had him there as Snee plays to the near side for Fry, who jumps up into the play offensively. The Madison native plays ahead for Richard Skriva. Richard Skriva there for Gustavs. Gustavs to the near side, trying to find Harper Fry. Instead, it finds a Rough Rider stick as Musa into the offensive zone, cuts his way to the slot. Nice job by Dexter Brooks to get his stick tied up with Jason Musa. Unable to really pull the trigger on that one, and it makes its way into the corner. Capitals will take it up that far side wall. Kalsher tried to play to Richards. Instead, it finds its way into the slot. A shot eaten that time by Dexter Brooks and shoveled up out of the zone by the forward there for the Capitals in Vince Kalsher. A shot goes up into the protective glass behind the goal. Kalsher gets tied up with a player on that far side wall as the net guard pops off of Kalsher. I don't think the referee saw that one. As through neutral ice now comes Jackson Nevers. Nevers down into the offensive zone, putting some pressure on Waterfield. Joins him down low before the Rough Riders once again hop out to neutral ice. Therefore, it on the near side, Stout over to Kowasia. Kowasia gets things trying to move up ice. Instead, it's MSCB on possession for the Rough Riders. Waterfield at neutral ice on it for a moment before it's taken right back over by Cedar Rapids. Cedar Rapids through neutral ice into the offensive zone. Stick handling around a bit is the defenseman Ethan Piercy. Plays down into the corner, looking for options here. Plays back to the line. Piercy over to the near side. Stout ties a player up beneath the goal line. That's Amos Seaby. Amos Seaby and Stout battle for it, and Stout pokes it free up ahead for Waterfield. Waterfield to Kalsher. Now Kowasia up into the play. Kowasia trying to work his way towards the goal, trying to trust his instincts and head into the offensive zone. A nice job by the Capitals' sixth skater tonight. Just kidding on that one. Obviously, Grant Hendrich had his foot in on it. That's the referee for tonight's contest. Is now a chance for Will Dosian. He'll hustle after it and send a shot on goal. Skidmore kicks it up into the sky. Dosian puts some pressure on and forces a turnover in the offensive zone as well. Dosian pokes that one around a bit before it comes free to the near side wall. Grant Young on it, scored the third goal for the Rough Riders. Holding in Dosian. Dosian's shot blocked along the way. There for it, though, as a player's tripped up. That was Ville Varala. As back the other way come this Cedar Rapids squad. Far side, Scuderi jumps around on him for a moment. He'll head to the bench as he loses his net guard. That's a pair of players on the same shift losing a net guard. One of the linesmen able to grab Scuderi's net guard, but not able to grab the Capitals one. Is in the offensive zone. It's Siomos for Cedar Rapids. Up top it goes for a moment. Now sitting there is Mentz. A shot blocked along the way by Baird Gaidos. Third or fourth block shot tonight by Baird Gaidos as Cry stops that one. And I believe we'll have a media timeout. You're listening to Capitals Hockey on the Capitals Broadcast Network.
Fans, Play It Again Sports is your go-to store for all your sports gear needs. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade in your gently used equipment, they've got you covered. You'll find top brands at unbeatable prices. Keep your gear fresh, your game strong, and your wallet happy. Stop by Play It Again Sports after the game and get everything you need to play your best.
Hey Cats fans, this season reading pays off. It's our Stick to Reading program. Kids who read just 3 books earn a free ticket to any Sunday home game of their choice. That's right, read 3, get in free. Families can join the fun with discounted tickets too. Visit madcapshockey.com to secure your tickets today. Stick to reading, because great readers make great fans.
Capitals hockey here on Flow Hockey and on the Capitals YouTube channel. YouTube channel, of course, audio only, as the shot comes right away off the offensive zone draw for Cedar Rapids. Up the far side wall and out to neutral ice comes Bergeson. Bergeson feeds over to the near side, but it's turned over at that point. The Capitals looked like they had a rush at it for a moment before Caleb Pitsley, but instead it's in the offensive zone. On the stick that time of the forward for Cedar Rapids, Henry Lechner, the extra forward tonight to be exact, as he almost will try to play over to his defensive partner, but some nice pressure put on by Tyden Bergeson. Far side, on possession there, feeds it up ahead for Lechner. Lechner into the offensive zone, looking for options, a shot blocked along the way. I believe Dexter Brooks got in the route of that one as Buckberger plays it right to the point for the other squad. Hawk Huff trying to poke that one free, is now down low. Cedar Rapids on it. Nice pass block there by Dexter Brooks as it makes its way into the corner. Tyden Bergeson will flutter that one all the way down. No icing on the play as Mikkel will collect prior to the goal line. Up the near side, on possession, up the wall it goes and through neutral and into the offensive zone. Offside are the Rough Riders. Musa, the one carrying the puck into the offensive zone. 12:07 remains in this third period. 3-0 the score. Face-off will be opposite the Capitals bench on the near side. Cooper Simon arguing his point. Tyler Medansky just turns around and drops the puck. Doesn't really say anything back, just kind of eats it, which kind of a job of an official. Why it's tougher and tougher to get officials. As up the near side, Richards Griva tries to clear the zone. A nice job to lift the stick, but better job holding the stick by David Bonsko. Held in at the line over on that far side by Mikkel. High off the window it goes and into the corner. Trying to poke that one free where the Capitals, eventually they do get possession. It's Gustavs Griva grabbing it for Madison. Up against the wall it goes, and now Richards Griva on it. Richards through the offensive zone, loses it before he can get to the top of the circle, as Gustavs Griva puts some heavy pressure on Hawk Huff. Huff sends it up the near side for Musa. Musa gets behind Harper Fry. Fry unable to grab it. Is now a shot from a sharp angle. Comes in, sits in the slot. The Capitals unable to clear. Far side Musa. Near side now. It goes for Simon. Simon trying to feed it back door. Unable to find him, but it does get to the point as a shot goes wide. Kowasia back beneath the goal line. On it for Madison. On the near side, it's Fry. Fry shovels it ahead for Richards Griva. And Richards gets it back over to Kowasia, who tosses it over to his defensive partner in Harper Fry. Fry plays off the window. There for it, Nevers. Nevers in the offensive zone. Now backhands it up. There for it, John Stout. Stout shot whistles wide. Nice job in getting one towards the goal, but got to put it on net if you're Stouter. Pops up on the near side, hits the wall, and Kalsher backhands it down in deep. Waterfield to put some pressure on Skidmore. Skidmore plays it to the side Waterfield's attacking from, but Cedar Rapids just rainbows it over the Caps defense, and it lands on the stick of John Stout deep inside the defensive zone. Stout up the far side wall. Kalsher now to the near side. Waterfield looked like he got a deflection on it. It's waved off because it doesn't get all the way for an ice anyway. As into the offensive zone, now back the other way is Carson Young. A shot saved by the goaltender in Brady Cry, who holds for a whistle. You're listening to Capitals Hockey on the Capitals Broadcast Network.
Orthopedic and Spine Centers of Wisconsin health tip of the month time, and they remind you this month to warm up and cool down. Dynamic stretches such as arm circles, high knees, and lunges prep your muscles for activity. Static stretches after activity also reduces soreness and improves flexibility. All of that helps lower the risk of strains and pulls, and that was this month's health tip of the month, thanks to our friends at Orthopedic and Spine Centers of Wisconsin. Don't wait until mosquitoes and ticks show up. Beat them to it with Mosquito Joe of Madison. Locally owned and operated, we deliver trusted pest control that protects your family and pets. Get a jump start this winter so your yard is ready when summer arrives. Mosquito Joe of Madison, outside is fun again.
Capitals hockey here on Caps Radio on YouTube and Flow Hockey. Face-off just outside the offensive zone of Cedar Rapids, just outside the Capitals bench. Small benches here in Cedar Rapids. Both teams dressing a couple extra players. Cash Cruitt, and it was Brady Cry prior, the goaltender for the Capitals. The backup goaltender is just sitting in the tunnel that the Capitals used to come on and off the ice. As that should be no icing, as the player tried to get it, he just couldn't. As deep inside the defensive zone, it's Siomos going forward for the Rough Riders. Near side fanned on by Carson Young, trying to put some heavy pressure on as Carson Young will head to the penalty box once again as he dragged down Tyden Bergeson, holding, sending Madison to the power play. He should have a personalized water bottle in there for Carson Young by this point. His third minor of the game as an offensive zone draw for the Capitals. Head back to the power play. Vitala, Waterfield, Ryder, Bergeson, and Stout. And the faceoff will be on the near side to the left of Skidmore and net. Vitala battle in the circle against Graff. The faceoff's tied up and eventually one back to Stout at the line. Bergeson on the near side, back to Stout up top. Stout far side for Vitala. Vitala down low it goes for Waterfield. Waterfield to Vitala, back up top Stout. Near side for Bergeson. Bergeson feeds it far side. Vitala out front. Ryder's deflection goes wide. Ryder pinned up against the wall. Puck pops free. Stout at the line holds. Stout backhands over to the near side for Bergeson. Bergeson wine sends it towards the goal, blocked along the way. In the corner, Max Ryder on it, feeds it down low for Waterfield. Vitala up top, Stout. Stout looking for options down towards the goal. Rings off the post, I believe, as Vitala on the far side, half wall gets it up top for Stout. Stout back to Vitala on the far side. Vitala looking for a passing lane. Waterfield trying to feed it out front, unable to find anything. 35 seconds into the power play, the Capitals have to start back in their own defensive end as Ryder touches up, no offside. It's a nice play advancing the puck there by Cry and Stout has to hustle back after it once again. Heavy pressure put on by Graff. Graff loses a wheel. The Rough Rider faithful wants a call they're not going to get. As 8:33 remains in this third period, the Caps still trail by 3. Halfway through this power play opportunity as it's battled free over to Jackson Ernst. Ernst sits there as Jack Coasia hops onto the ice. Rihards Griva goes up the far side of the ice and circles back, trying to get it back for Gustavs. Griva loses it. It rolls off the end of his stick. Eventually it does pop back to Gus as Gustavs goes through neutral ice now to the near side. Varala up ahead for Gustavs. Gustavs Griva out front. A chance for Rihards. Unable to score as it's popped free on that far side wall. Rihards Griva, shot blocked into the corner. Therefore Ernst. Ernst down low for Varala. Varala up the far side wall, poked free for a moment. Trying to slow things down over there are the Rough Riders, and the Capitals kind of playing right into their hand with 10 to go on the power play. 3 bodies work on the far side wall as it finally pops free on the stick of a Rough Rider. The final chance on the Capitals power play will be had by Cedar Rapids. That's the Capitals' third power play. All 3 unsuccessful tonight as the Capitals currently getting shut out by this Rough Riders squad. Of course, would love to change that as it would be a combined shutout. Kind of like a no-hitter, doesn't really count if it's a combined no-hitter. As out towards neutral ice, the Capitals unable to clear the zone at first. Their second attempt will look like it clears on the near side, but no. The Griva twin that's there. It's Rehards. Grieva unable to get it out of the zone as Rehards plays towards the blue line. Eventually he'll pick the pocket. Gustavs Grieva on the near side there as well. As eventually it comes free to Henry Lechner. Lechner plays to the far side. A shot from Mentz, gloved by Cry, and he'll hold on for a whistle. 6:50 to go in the third. 3-0 the score. Face off in the defensive zone upcoming. Up next for the Capitals, Thursday night, playing host to the Green Bay Gamblers. It'll be a 7 o'clock puck drop at Bob Suter's Legacy 20 Arena, Middleton. And then on Saturday, it'll be at Cornerstone Ice Arena in De Pere. Back-to-back games before the team heads to Pittsburgh for the USHL Fall Classic. Face off on the far side. Of course, at the end of the month, tickets are on sale for single game tickets, including the home opener, which is a $1 beer night presented by our friends at Coors Light. Pitsley plays to the far side for Buckberger. Up ahead, no icing as Snee got a deflection on it. Down in on goal as Skidmore covers for a whistle. 6:37 to go in the third. 3-0 the score. As a face-off in the offensive zone upcoming. Right after a power play, always kind of a hodgepodge unit. It's Nevers, Snee, and Pitsley for the Caps. Brooks and Bucky join them on the back end. Face off on the far side to the right of Skidmore in goal. Face-off's tied up, one back by the Capitals. Trying to hold the line was Dexter Brooks. He's unable to, is now into the offensive zone. Come the Rough Riders. Piercy tried to feed it out front. No one was home for Cedar Rapids anyway, but it never got to that point as the Capitals try to advance things up ahead, looking for Caleb Pitsley, who's trying to sneak behind the defense. Musa, a shot, rings off the post and goes wide. Far side, Snee tries to poke it around the defense, and eventually he's able to. Snee gets behind the defense. Snee leaves there. Pitsley, backhand, scores! Caleb Pitsley gets the Capitals on the board as the Caps now only trail by 2. Nice effort there by Cooper Snee to advance the puck up the ice. And Caleb Pitsley smartly doesn't fire as he realized Skidmore was about to overcommit. Pulls it to the backhand and scores as the Capitals pull within 2. Now you feel a lot better about pulling your goaltender as the 0 no longer on the score column, and you only trail by 2 instead of 3. As the face-off at center ice won by Cedar Rapids. Scuderi plays over to the far side. A backhand out towards neutral ice. Held in there by the Rough Riders. Baird Gaidos plays to the far side wall, and a 3-on-2 for Madison coming back the other way. Waterfield has a couple of players with him. Had a trailer with him as well, and the trailer on the near side, Harper Fry, actually was wide open, but he didn't see him until it was too late. And into the offensive zone back the other way are the Rough Riders. Out front for Cedar Rapids, a shot. Whips wide, actually blocked along the way. I think it was Baird Gaidos getting a block on that. As down low it goes on the stick of Romeo. Romeo leaves there for a moment, played beneath the goal line, poking it free up the near side walls. Dojin, the Capitals on it to the far side. Witala up ahead, 5 to go in the period as Waterfield into the offensive zone, battling for it up against the half wall. Waterfield looking for options, backhands it off the window, down low. Gustavs Grieva's the first one to it. He loses an edge though, and it's picked up in the corner by Cedar Rapids, and Scuderi takes it out to neutral ice. And the other way come Madison. Definitely too many men. There's 6 on the ice right now for the Rough Riders. As nothing comes from it, but they were hitting players on that far side right in front of their bench at the time that they were coming onto the ice. No offside on the play as Rehards Grieva, the first one to it in the corner. Gustav's now on that far side. Gustav plays out front looking for Rehards. Instead it got deflected beneath the goal line as Kawaja holds the line for a moment for the Caps before it comes out to neutral and into the offensive zone on the stick of O'Donohue. O'Donohue up ahead. Hiles deflects it in on goal. Cry holds for a whistle. Player shoves Kawaja after the play. The fans in Cedar Rapids like it, but they're not going to get too much more of it. As a face-off will be on the defensive end. I don't think anything is coming from this, but a face-off will come outside the zone if I'm not mistaken because of that. 4:19 to go in the third, 3-1 the score. Capitals find themselves on the scoreboard for the first time tonight with the goal from Caleb Pitsley. Caps didn't realize that the faceoff would come outside the zone as the defense of Cedar Rapids, the instigators there, is Max Ryder already with a fight tonight. A couple of stick checks. The far side winger is tied up just outside the Caps bench and eventually won back by the Rough Riders. They play down into the offensive zone. On the near side, it ramps up to the stick of Max Ryder, who will start up the near side wall and carry into the offensive zone. Ryder in the high slot, a shot saved there by Skidmore. They'll hold on for a whistle as a player for the Capitals is pinned up against the wall. Westerling doing so for the Riders. The face-off in the offensive zone upcoming once again. Caleb Pitsley, the lone goal in this third period for either side. Caps only have 10 shots on goal to this point, to the Rough Riders 27, and the Caps are in this game. 2-goal game late. Definitely able to do it. Hold them up, boys. Linesman wants the centers to reset, and eventually they do, and eventually Cedar Rapids wins the draw. Held in on the far side by Gertis. Gertis with a shot, and he scores! Nolan Gertis, his second of the preseason, brings Madison back within one. 3:57 to go in the third. Gertis from a sharp angle beats Skidmore, and the Caps trail 3-2. Gertis' goal last night just snuck through. He just threw a shot towards the goal. I don't think he was trying to score last night when he shot. Tonight, he was out for blood and was able to get it past Skidmore. Cedar Rapids still leads 3-2, but the Capitals' 11th shot of the game finds Twine, and the Caps are within one. Hold them up, boys, at center ice. Centerman's kicked out of the circle, Grant Young. Scuderi will go in to try to take the draw against Nevers. An age out against a 16-year-old, and believe it or not, the player with 4 years of experience able to win the preseason draw. Scuderi very easily at some point could be a great center in this league. Nevers just been playing for a while at this point. Up that far side, Nevers plays down into the corner. Chasing after it there is Siomos. Siomos leaves there for a moment, though, and the puck pops free for just a brief second. Siomos will escape beneath the goal line. 3.5 to go in this third period. A body played there, and the puck pops free for the Capitals. Down low it goes. There for Cooper Snee. Snee tried to play out front for Nevers. Instead, back the other way comes Cedar Rapids. 3:20 to go in this third period. Near side. Poked off a stick of a Capital, and a shot on Cry. Held there for a moment. Pops free. Cry scrambling for it, as are the Capitals. As the Caps have it poke out of the zone. Finally, Cry able to get his bearings with him, and now through neutral ice come the Caps. It's Pitsley once again. Pitsley's shot whips wide. Far side, it's Dozian. Down low, Waterfield. Waterfield tied up, so Pitsley goes and grabs possession for the Caps. Plays to Brooks at the line. It jumps out of the zone all the way back inside the defensive end. 2:45 to go in the period as the Capitals into the offensive zone. It's Waterfield in all alone. A nice back check there by the Rough Riders. To stop that rush is now Musa with a rush back the other way. Well offside are Cedar Rapids. Musa and Bosco weren't on the same page there. 2:31 to go in the third. 3-2 the score. Final 6 minutes of this game got a heck of a lot more interesting. Thanks to goals from Pitsley and Gertis. Has Fry on the far side, Dozian up ahead. Waterfield fans on his pass attempt, but it kind of works out for the Capitals as the Rough Riders overskate that one, and Brooks will dump it down into the corner. Brooks lays a body there as to his side working the corner, and the puck pops free for the Rough Riders. Lands on the stick of Huitala. Huitala needs some space, but he's got a heck of a shot. 2 minutes to go here, period number 3. Pressure put on by Brooks. Brooks tries to feed it up ahead. His stick's tied up. He'll carry it in himself anyway. Brooksy with a shot. That just knuckles into the corner, and back the other way will come Cedar Rapids. Up that far side, Waterfield intercepts at neutral ice. Huitala plays there. Definitely could have been too many on the ice, but not the case, as now there's 6 out there again for Cedar Rapids. As back the other way comes Kawasia for the Caps. 1:37 to go in the third. 3-2 the score. Kawasia with a shot, sharp angle, goes wide. Skidmore got a piece of it. Bergeson there as well. Not pulling the goaltender quite yet as the Capitals bench, and up that far side, Stout's able to hold. Stout plays down the half wall. Cry goes to the bench. Bergeson plays out front looking for Kawasia. Doesn't find him. The Rough Riders will try to clear and get it into their empty net on the other side of the ice. Blanchard has it ramp up on him. 1:09 to go in this third period. Cedar Rapids battling for possession in their offensive zone. Pops free to Jet Kawasia, who settles things down with 1 minute to go in this third period. 3-2 the score. Up ahead, Ryder into the offensive zone. Plays down into the corner. Sharp angle, Gustav out front. Stout scores! Ties it up for the Capitals with 49.5 to go in the third. What a battle back by the Caps in this one. John Stout with his first of the preseason knots us at 3 aside. 3 unanswered in the final 7 minutes of the game. Bring us to 3-all in the final minute of the game. Caps had an extra level that they were able to find there. In the last couple minutes of the game, extra attacker on the ice. John Stout buries, and the Capitals are all squared up with the Rough Riders. Into the offensive zone on the near side, it's Westerling. He scores on the other end. What a response by Cedar Rapids. As the Rough Riders pick up their 4th goal of the game and regain the lead at 4-3 with 42.3 to go in the third period. What a response by this Cedar Rapids squad. Give up 3 unanswered, and you tell your goaltender 7 seconds after the Stout tying goal that you got their back. I think Andy Brandt's going to take a timeout. We'll take one with him. It's the Capitals Broadcast Network. Caps trail 4-3 late.
Ready to score your next big career move? Join the winning team at Fristam Pumps right here in Middleton. We build the pumps behind the world's top brands in food, beverage, and pharmaceutical, and we're growing fast. With excellent benefits including up to $15,000 extra in profit sharing a year and a people-first culture, it's more than just a job. It's a power play for your future. Bring your drive, bring your dedication, help build what powers the world. Middleton made, globally trusted. Apply today at fristam.com/careers and take your shot.
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 93% rate. Adam Fox.
Fox breaks to the net and scores!
Jake Ottinger.
Save of his life for Jake Ottinger.
Kyle Connor.
Kyle Connor shoots and he scores!
Stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you're a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow at College Hockey.
.42 seconds and change remain. Period number 3. The Capitals with 3 unanswered goals. Cedar Rapids finally found their answer 7 seconds after the Capitals were able to tie it up. Brady Cry at the hash marks. So if Gustav Skriva's able to win this draw, he'll head to the bench. 4 minutes, 23 seconds put up on the clock. I think the Capitals would take that at this point. 4-3 the score. Shots on goal favoring Cedar Rapids 30-13. But the Capitals have battled back here in the third. Gustav Skriva and Grant Young, the 2 team centermen. And the faceoff won back by Cedar Rapids. They'll play it down in deep. Jet Kawasia will hustle back after it for the Capitals as he'll play it over to the far side for Richard Skriva. Back to Kawasia beneath the goal line. Far side, Richard's now to the near side, Gustav's. I'd have to assume Gustav Skriva will allow Cry to go, but no, not the case. Is now it's Rehards, Grebo with 20 to go. Cry should be hustling to the bench right now as a player's taken down for the Capitals, as it was a tripping call upcoming on Grant Young, sending Madison to the power play. 12.5 seconds to go in the third. Cooper Steele head out onto the ice and join the rest of this unit out there. Cedar Rapids sending a player to the penalty box for the fourth time in today's game. Madison has their 6 players on the ice. Both teams gather around their bench. If you're Madison, why wouldn't you keep the same group out there? Faceoff's going to be on the far side. 15 seconds even to go in the third. Ville Varala in the circle will go against Westerling. Faceoff won back by CR. They try to clear. They're able to. 12 seconds to go. Capitals will have to do something crazy here. Coasia just smacks it off the wall. It'll go past the first line of defense. 4 seconds to go. Snee on the near side. Powers his way towards the goal. A shot. And it ramps up and goes out of play. And that'll do things for tonight's contest. A battle back by the Capitals, but they're unable to keep the puck out of their own net late, as the Caps fall 4-3 in this one, splitting the preseason series with the Cedar Rapids Rough Riders. We appreciate you joining us both nights here on the call, as the Caps in aggregate 12-7 in the 2 games. I think that's how we'll decide series splits in the preseason. I say that definitely because of the fact that the Caps won in aggregate tonight. I love the battle back. They showed poise, did the Caps. They thought it was over, though, when they tied it up at 3 aside. Not the case, as Madison heads into the locker room. Will head back into the buses into Middleton tonight, and eventually will play on Thursday night at home. Tickets are on sale for Thursday's game and for the entirety of the regular season. Tickets.madcapshockey.com is the place to find it. For the Capitals, signing off tonight, Drew Steele. Thanks for joining me. Caps fall 4-3.